Before there was light, there was darkness. Before there was order, chaos. An endless war between the gods and their enemies. A war the gods could not win. Till a champion arose, wielding a weapon of otherworldly power. The war was won, the enemy banished, but the weapon was shattered, its fragments scattered across the new-formed world. Now, thousands of years later, many seek the fragments of that long-lost weapon. Among them, our 5 brave heroes. The druid, troubled by dreams and his own temper. The blacksmith turned warrior in search of revenge. The raider, determined to protect her friends and her growing family. The traveller from a distant land, guardian of those down on their luck. And the girl willing to sell her soul for a taste of adventure. Their hunt will take them to distant and dangerous lands, far beyond the borders of Isfjell. Hello, and welcome to Almost Isfjell. Tonight we've got a bit of an almost one shot, but it's not almost D&D, it's still D&D. And got with us tonight we have 2 of our regular players, if you can recognise them behind their cunning disguises, and we have 2 wonderful. Wait, which direction? Pointing the right way. No, I think I'm pointing the wrong way. That doesn't matter. 2 guests joining us. We have James back again, which is great, and I actually forgot to check what to call you. Celtic?
Yeah, Celtic.
What did you prefer?
Celtic,
Tom.
whatever.
Tom. What? You had forgotten something. We had in our Monster of the Week game, and now we've got for some D&D. So,
that's either a motorcycle or a dragon growling in the background. Either way, it sounds pretty cool.
You will never know.
Hopefully both.
A motorcycle riding a dragon, or a dragon riding a motorcycle.
I like the motorcycle riding a dragon idea. Kind of cool.
But yeah, I think we're aeroplane free today, so the motorcycles have come out instead. No? No, we'll have to wait and see. Alright, so we begin tonight in a familiar city, Verandra, otherwise known as Dead Man's Port, which is this crime-riddled city where necromancy is practiced openly. There is no official rule of law, and various factions of necromancers, dark sorcerers, and other nefarious ne'er-do-wells battle it out for control over the shadowy streets, and with motorbike gangs now featured. And it is in the city that a certain blood hunter has come. She's following the trail of whispered rumours of necromancy, of something dark looming on the horizon, and perhaps other suggestions from the druids that have been giving her sort of a bit of guidance and hints about where to find things over the last couple of weeks since we last saw her. So, for the sake of anyone who has not met her yet, Moira, would you like to introduce Uno, please?
Yes, so Uno is kind of the badass big goth woman of your dreams. She is the oldest member of a well-known family called the Diamonds, where children have been adopted to be raised to go out into the world and then bring fame to the family name due to their prowess and their tragic backgrounds. So she was the first to be adopted, and was found in kind of a fiery village and has gone out on a quest to stop any and all necromancy in its tracks, since the undead are what she believes is the reason for her parents' death and the reason why she's been caught up in this grand quest to bring fame to a family that she does not belong to. So she's mostly in it for glory, also in it for cash, does what she can to kill anyone that she feels is worth killing and protect anyone that she feels is worth protecting.
Alright, so Uno, you arrived in Verandra possibly a couple of days ago, and since arriving, a particularly worrying rumour has reached your ears. There is a fabled necromancer who dwells out on the Whispering Isle. The Whispering Island, just off the shores of the city. She keeps herself to herself, and even the other necromancers seem to avoid dealing with her. But it's come to your attention that she has recently obtained possession of a certain book. Now, this book was stolen from the Soul Keeper, who is a necromancer who of great and almost impossible age. Some say he is undead himself and has found some way of sustaining his life through the souls of others. But whether that's reality or rumour, who knows in Verandra. But through a chain of thefts and trades, the necromancer of the Whispering Isles has gained possession of this book, and now there are dark clouds gathering above her island, and sort of all the signs seem to point that something is about to occur. The ripples of power that flow through the city seem to sort of all be leading to the Whispering Island at the moment. So you sort of set aside other rumours that you've heard at the moment. You know, there's some trouble kicked off over at the at Vorskill Manor with the vampires. There was all sorts of other stuff going down, but that's unimportant for today. I mean, the vampires just cause trouble all the time. It can't be anything that serious. Someone will probably handle it. And you have, are preparing to head out in the Whispering Isles. And as you sort of begin your search round looking for suitable adventurers to join you, you sort of set foot into one of these grimy-looking inns near Dark Harbour, and, well, just scanning around the room, you can see all sorts of ruffians and, thieves hovering around the bar, and amongst them is, James. What's amongst them?
Amongst them is a worn-looking man in a dark cloak, wearing this tattered jacket that seems to loosely hang over their shoulders. Their hair is long and looks like it's been dried with sea salt, almost like he's been constantly under the ocean. And it goes down to past his shoulder blades. It's grown quite long. His beard is well kept, despite his appearance. He seems to keep it pretty well kept, and he seems to be almost always damp, or like he has just dried off. And next to him is this very long sword that's just propped up next to him. And he's at the bar, so he is piss drunk is probably it's not quite hitting it, but he's pretty deep in it. He's pretty deep into the bar at this point.
Okay, and you see you hear the door of the bar swing open, a gust of like icy cold air blows in, and there in the doorway is Uno.
Oh no. I try to hide myself.
Looking around, I mean, you're sat at the bar. There's quite a large man sat next to you. You can, make me a stealth check so you can hide behind him.
Okay, yeah, I'll like try to slink back a little bit and pull my cloak over my head just a little bit more. Oh, that's incredible. He's leveled up since I last played him. 24 on stealth.
I'll have a perception from Uno. Just let's check the dice work. You got to warm them up before you use them for anything important.
Yeah. To get the numbers rolling.
Yes.
Six.
Yeah, so Uno, you look at the bar and there's a large guy sat at the bar, drinking a tankard of ale, sort of gives you a nod, but you don't see anyone you recognise, or...
Excellent. Alright, Uno will go ahead and stride across the tavern. Not
She's
really
walking...
paying attention to anyone.
Yeah.
Up to the bar.
She's walking towards you, Four.
Oh no.
There's now just this one guy in between you and her.
Where is which tavern is this, brother?
This is the Halfling's Head in Clifftop of Dark Harbour.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'll go ahead and approach the barkeep. And then what time of day is it? Is it morning or evening?
What time of day would you like it to be?
Oh. I don't know. Probably just midday.
Midday, yeah.
I'm only asking because I just want to state the time of day properly when I greet the barkeeps.
Okay.
Good evening. The sun is coming up.
That is
To be fair, Uno would probably say good evening regardless of what time it is, so.
yes.
Afternoon?
Afternoon.
Do you know the best place to acquire just a simple boat across the
Yeah. Simple boat. One-handed Ted down at the bottom of the harbour. He's selling his boat.
Because he's now one-handed, Ted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just a rowboat, and he's
That tracks. Okay.
doesn't have much use for it anymore.
Where might I find one-handed Ted?
If you go down, he sort of gives this long spiel of instruction. Go down there, round the staircase, take a left turn at the statue of the snake, not the statue of the three snakes, just the one snake, and then sort of follow it down. Take the third right. That should get you there. Drink.
Okay. Sure, yeah, what do you have?
Hey, this goes ale.
That's it.
That's it.
Isn't this place named after a halfling? Do you have food as well?
Named after the head of a halfling.
Once again, that's that tracks. I'll go ahead and just have an ale. That's fine.
And he pours an ale, and then at this point, the man next to you, the big guy, just kind of, oh, well, thanks for the drink, job. I'd best be getting on. And he stands up and steps out from between you and Four.
You know,
Well, I better get going as well.
Will you?
Oh, right, yeah. I was just on my way to anywhere but here, I think. And crack my back and stand up.
That tends to be your direction.
Yep, always got to keep going, that sort of thing. It's about as pleasant to see you as it is a halfling's head. Uno, I'll see you later. Bye. And I'll turn and start to make my way out.
What brought you here? I'll yell across the tavern.
the voice down. I'll walk over. I'm incognito. That means stealthed.
Yes. Thank you. What for?
I'm here to find a particular person.
Okay.
That's all I know.
For coin, I assume.
What?
You're being paid? That's
Oh,
why you're doing
no.
this?
No. Actually, a personal mission. Something personal.
Well, I suppose it's always been about whatever you decided was important at the time, huh?
Oh, yes. This is of the utmost importance.
When was the last we saw each other? Before
Not
the Kraken or
long
after?
enough, I think.
Before the Kraken or after?
Oh, before.
Yes, well, I heard about that. Word does get around, you realize. You've got eyes on you,
Right.
specifically fathers.
Hence, incognito.
Well, you look like you're dressed about the same raggedy self that you usually are, so you're not stealthing very well, brother.
Oh, yes. Well, I was just getting a drink. And, actually a bit more stealthy than you might realize. I'll snap my fingers, and this little, like, wind whips up, the sea breeze, and I'm going to use my mask of many faces and disguise self. And what stands before you is this old, like, man older than time itself. The wrinkles hold many secrets within his face, and his nose is this large, hairy thing that takes up most of his face. See? Incognito. And I'll
Disgusting,
wink.
thank you. Do you mind if I take this ale to go? I can pay you extra for the tankard. I'd rather not stay here long.
Yeah. Take it.
Right. I'll drop some silver. Well, for who might you be looking for? And I'll go ahead and put my arm around him. I think you are taller than me, actually, though, so it'll be kind of, yeah.
Much taller.
Oh, by like 4 inches. 4. I'll go ahead and put my arm kind of up above him, around him, and pull him down closer to my height.
I'll drop my disguise.
Who might you be looking for, then?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm looking for myself.
I don't know. I've yet to get a proper name.
All right. Well,
You're here for a boat. Why?
now
Why are you here?
Why do you think I'm here? Are there a good amount of undead still kind of in the area near the cliff top, or are they more towards port?
There's less on this side of the city, but there still is. You notice in one corner there is a woman with a large suitcase being carried by this skeletal porter upstairs.
Oh, you're not here for... You can't be serious. There's a whole town of them.
My point exactly. I've dedicated my entire life to this and have been very serious about my passions and my endeavors for, unlike you. So the only reason you think I wouldn't be serious about it is because you haven't been following your own. Okay, well, what might your passions be right now?
Oh, to get to the Whispering Isles, or Whispering Island. The Whispering Wood?
Is that where the...
Walking Island. I don't know what it is.
Is that where your mark is?
Hopefully.
Well, that's where my mark is too, so seems like we are sticking together, shall we? We have some catching up to do, don't we?
Oh, actually, I think I might put this off. Not really a timed contract or anything. I might just go back somewhere else. Somewhere far north. Or is this south? Far south, if this is north.
This is north. I mean...
And far south it is.
Great. Well, south is actually Whispering Isle from where we are headed,
Oh,
so...
damn it, all the hells.
Let's make a move on. Ale?
Right. Several. I'll take out what little coin that I have. And I'll pay just the same amount of price that Uno paid. I'll take this poor person's mug.
We don't normally do takeout, you know. This is not how inns operate.
Yes, well, if anyone sees us walking around with these tankards, we'll be sure to tell them where we got it. I'm sure this is a not common standard for a tavern. May bring you some extra attraction.
Maybe.
Consider us walking advertisements. It'll pay you back.
Well, I hope so. Well,
Make a business out of it.
takeout will never catch on.
Best of luck. And I'll go ahead and head out with 4.
Alright, so you... basically, are you both going down to the boat, or are you splitting up and gathering fellows?
I think initially we're heading down. We're kind of on the harbor now. Where do we need to meet, Ted?
It's just down. It's basically down.
Okay.
It's down in the dark harbour underneath.
Oh, gotcha. Not far at all. Okay.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, then I'll probably start walking. I'll give him a brief. Or as you may know, this is what I've dedicated my life to, what I care passionately about. So I have done quite a bit of research. I've been informed.
Ooh, have you?
By, yes, a recent informant that there seems to be a necromancer that has gotten hold of a book that will make them worse than they normally are. I believe causing some trouble. There's quite a few infamous people around these parts. You seem not to be listening.
Oh! I thought I was finished once I interjected and said I was paying attention.
Great. I need you to gather some people. I don't trust you as much as I used to, and I don't believe that, as you said, this will be a task for just one person. So just grab 2 or 3 scallywags that you see that look like they can hold a weapon and meet me at the Dark Harbor docks. I assume you heard the directions while you were pretending to not be at the bar when I was asking for them.
Oh, yeah. I know Ted. He and I go way back. We don't, but I'll go get some people and hopefully send you on your merry way, and we can split and never see each other ever again.
We're going to the same island for.
Yeah, but I can wait.
What for?
For me.
Grab some people. We'll meet at the dock. I'll bring you along. 4-person cruise, safe with me.
Okay, so.
An hour later.
It's backwards.
Oh, damn it, I wrote it backwards because I thought it wouldn't flip. You unflipped the flipping! You have no idea how... This is written backwards, so it doesn't appear backwards. That put time into that.
That's so funny.
Okay, yes. So, 1 hour later, down at the docks. So you're underneath... You're sort of 2 layers down beneath the halfling's head, underneath these thick wooden piles of holding up the levels above. And there's this dark harbour which is tunnelled into the cliffs. And tied up at one of these mouldering docks is the rowboat that you now own, Uno, having purchased it from one-handed Ted, who was very willing to let it go for a reasonable price. And, you know, it looks fairly stable. It's not got any holes in it. Comes with oars. And you sort of just finished looking it over when you hear footsteps approaching. And you see sort of 4 heading down towards you with 2 individuals in tow. One large and one small. Brakk and Tamshu, which of you would like to go first?
I'll go. So, Brakk is a giant half-orc paladin. You know, tall, 6'7", big and beefy. Not the brightest in the bunch, but he's in it for the fame. He wants everything songs of his name, his deeds, his glory, and he'll pretty much do whatever he wants. So as we're walking, he's probably boasting about the time he killed 10 harpies. Whether it's true or not, he'll say it's true.
Okay, and also alongside Brakk, there is a smaller individual, Tamshu.
So, coming in at a strapping 3 foot tall, sinewy with 4-pack abs, is a Rockland barbarian, clad in a loincloth. He's just kind of walking along, and he's chewing on a piece of bacon. And this is Tamshu, the barbarian.
So, yeah. Not sure where you picked these two up from for, but yeah, you see Uno down by the boat, and Uno, you see these 3 figures approaching.
Oh. Seems like you gathered a decent bunch.
Oh, yeah. The best of the brightest. This one's turned harpies into shreds, I think. And this one's, found food, I don't know where. You didn't have that when I found you.
Do you want some bacon?
Oh, I haven't eaten. I'll hold my hand out.
He reaches inside of his loincloth and reaches around for a moment and pulls out a piece of bacon and hands it to you.
Sorry, I gotta
Is it warm?
Yes, warm and moist.
Oh, perfect. And I'll eat it willingly, excitedly, like I have not eaten food in quite some time. So there you are, sister. Two of the best and brightest that this place has to offer.
Seems so.
My payment? Hold my hand out.
Well, I'd be willing to pay you quite a bit if you continue with us on the boat.
Well, how much?
I'm being offered about 5 platinum to take care of this issue.
Oh, I think just 3 platinum is more than enough for me.
Sure.
All right, fine.
3 platinum for you, and then if you two both earn your keep, I suppose a platinum for each of you. Is that fair?
Yes, you could tell everyone of my deeds, long and far, of how glorious I'm going to be.
Oh, of course. I've traveled quite a distance. I just got back actually from a recent trip to Tiefnara. Been traveling across the Bitter Ice for a while. Down south, Lettisborg, all that. So if I make my way back, I'll be happy to spread your word.
You know, if you're only interested in exposure, I think I could just take the coin off of your hands then. 4 coins for finding you, almost like paying in exposure. What we would be doing, Brakk.
Not worth the platinum. Don't agree to them.
Yes, it is worth a platinum.
If you want to be alongside me in my deeds, then you will come along. And he's going to slap him right on the back.
Excellent. I like you. What was your name again?
Brakk? I'm Brakk.
Brakk. Great.
And in Orcish, Tamshu is going to look at Brakk and go, "Brother, if you don't want that platinum, we can buy more bacon.
And ale."
Splendid. Don't know what you just said, but I like it. All right. So we've got someone who has slain harpies, someone who has fucked off and sullied the family name for who knows? More than 5?
Oh, you weren't talking about me.
No, not yet. Do you have something to say about yourself though, other than bacon from places I prefer bacon not to come from?
I am a mighty warrior.
Excellent. Hailing from
Here and there.
Great. Fun bunch we've got today. What do you think, Four?
I think I've bought my own ferry pass to hell with all of you.
Sounds about right. Onto the boat we go. Unless any of you need any final arrangements, supplies, we will be going up against potentially large masses of undead. There will be a primary necromancer. They have a spell book in tow, some kind of book of magical creation. I've paid off a thief to give me more information on it. Yes.
When he hired us, he said that he was covering our expenses. So did you buy our ferry pass to hell too, or did you just get one for yourself?
This boat. This boat is our ferry pass to hell. I mean, if you need further supplies, let me know. I'll be happy to try to assist them.
I'm good.
Okay, is the boat in front of us right now?
Yes.
It is a dinky little
Oh, is this
prison rowboat.
Is this taking us to the ship that's taking us to the island?
No, this is a boat.
How quaint.
I've got 5 platinum, 4 of which you're trying to ask for. I don't have much money to spare in terms of supplies for this trip. I haven't even been paid the platinum up front. So it's either this or absolutely nothing.
Oh no, that won't do. I'll hop into the boat.
Great. The two of you?
Let's go to hell. Brakk will go and stand in the boat. And you notice the boat kind of like dips a little bit. And so we're already in it. It's going to rock a little bit as he's trying to get in this little boat.
Excellent.
That's right. To hell with everybody. And he will step in the boat and it won't even move.
All right. Okay.
It looks very unbalanced.
Uno steps in and starts rowing.
Yeah, who is rowing on this trip? You have don't know how many sets of oars. This is when the I know nothing at all about boats comes in. But
I'd assume
so
just on a small 4-person there would only be a set of oars.
yeah, there's just one set of oars. So it's up to you who rows.
I'll put him in
Brakk row.
For's
I
hands.
shall
Oh,
show you
Brakk,
my
yeah.
strength.
Go for it.
Slowly slide them back over to the island.
Yes, it's a bit of a trip actually from Dark Harbor. I assumed I'd be able to get a boat closer to the island, but we'll need to keep along the shoreline and be going quite a ways, so I assume we'll all get a chance to row at some point for.
Well, let's see. Let's see if Brakk can make it. How far Brakk can make it before getting tired. So we'll have a con roll, please, Brakk. As you set off along the shore, you can see sort of as you pass.
It'll be an 18.
Yeah, you're doing well. Yes, you pass out of the Dark Harbour, sort of out into this dim grey afternoon light. It's stopped snowing finally for the first time in about a week, but it's still a very dismal winter day. The sun is sort of half-heartedly above the horizon. Looks like it's about to go down soon. And as you sort of make your way out of the Dark Harbour and down the coast, you pass sort of under the shadows of the other buildings. You pass the ferry that leads out to Temple Island and down past this imposing like black stone building that is the Hall of the Nightmare Speakers. You can hear faint screams and sounds from inside it as you pass underneath its shadow. And these big columns carved with serpents rising up them.
Very pleasant.
It's a lovely place. But yeah, as you sort of pull away from the shore, you can see this island ahead of you. Not that far off the shore. This quite large rocky island with this selection of ruined buildings on it, and this thick storm cloud in the air above it, and you see occasionally of lightning come down to hit the island. It's a very, very localized storm just above this this one island, and the waves and the water are getting rougher as you get closer.
Are you sure this is the only way, sister? Or Brakk, Tam, either of you know of a different way? Maybe a safer way.
How else would we get there?
I could try tossing you if you would prefer.
Oh no, I think the boat is fine, actually.
Do we have like a little boat token?
Do I have a boat token?
We do now.
I was going to say, how would I not have a boat token? This is Isfjell.
Yes, I assume.
It's been like
Damn, that's a big boat.
70%.
The boat is as big as the island.
It's not to scale. This map is not to scale.
Okay, so we're close to Whispering Island, but not quite there. There's a storm.
Yes, there's a storm approaching, and the boat is sort of being tossed back and forth. You can see that it does appear to be some kind of dock on the island, but the waters around it are filled with quite large and jagged-looking rocks. So you think you're going to have to do some careful steering and watching out to get safely to land in this rough water.
Unless you magically have a flying boat, I don't believe there's any way that we can get here without just some careful maneuvers.
Oh no, not anymore. Old news anyways. Overrated.
You interacted with the flying boat of Isfjell, did you?
One of them?
That's actually how I knew you were in the area before. I assumed I would see you pop up eventually. They spoke poorly of you.
Most people do.
Seems they still have your bag.
Oh, great! That damned bag. Oh, Brakk, watch out for that one over there. I'm going to try and aid Brakk in steering.
Okay.
Will they still have a rudder? Is it like a rear rudder where somebody would be doing the rudder while somebody else rows, or it's just by the row?
Just by the row.
Just by the rowing. So I'm going to ask for basically whoever's playing like the spotter and looking out for rocks and dangers. I'd like perception from them, and whoever is trying to listen to all those instructions and. Well, actually, I'll have the perception first, and then we'll see how it goes with the keeping it to that track.
16 on the die, plus 2, 18.
Alright. So yeah, you're kind of warning Brakk, watching out. So Brakk, I'll have a strength check from you for actually rowing against this rough water, against the trouble of like trying to not crash this boat into rocks.
24.
The sea is your bitch.
Nice.
Like yeah,
That's anticipated from Brakk.
like yeah, with 4 sort of standing watch and you able to push against the coming of the waves. Yeah, you're keeping the boat steady and on course, but as you get closer to the island, you can see the shore more clearly now with these ragged dead trees and ruins, and you can see there is an actual dock, but you can make out figures standing on this dock. You can see.
What sort of figures? What sort of figures, God?
Wait, perception check, minion. The welcoming party.
15 on the die, plus 2, 17.
You can see 3 figures. First glimpses, you can see that they are humanoid. They are clearly armoured and armed. And as you look back again, you notice there's something off about their movements. There's this occasional sort of jerkiness to their movements as sort of one walks to the end of the dock and peers out. You can see this helm with this skeletal wizened face underneath. Not quite a skeleton, but definitely long dead dried flesh sort of sunken to the bone,
Ooh.
and scanning out across this dark and stormy waters, and they look out towards your boat, because
I'll lean back and prepare to watch the show that is sure to come.
so at this point you're probably about the age-old problem of visualizing feet.
7 feet.
100 feet.
Oh, that's close.
Is that a long way?
That's a long way.
It's a very long way. For a
Probably about 100 feet out
Just
from this dock.
do it in meters, and I'll translate it to something useful.
To be fair, I don't measure distance in my head well in meters either. So that I measure it in about, they're about the distance from my house to the roof of the house opposite away.
Yeah, that's how I do it. About from here to there. At the end of the
Yeah.
I don't know
No.
how long that. How far.
How long's a piece of string?
Knowing that you're in England, though, is it the person across the street or across the alley? And is it a street going east-west or a street going north-south, because they're wider?
Does it matter which way it goes, north, south, or east? Who knows?
This is mine.
Who knows what direction a street goes? They go.
Okay, 100 feet it is.
100 feet. Let's go with 100 feet. That's a much more reasonable measurement. Yeah, you're about 100 feet out from this dock. And you can see that they've definitely noted the approach of a boat. Whether they know, who's in it yet, you don't know. But what would you like to do?
No, sister, it seems your reputation precedes you.
Typically, yes. I was paid, so I'm sure word gets around in this type of dump.
Unless they're here for you, Brakk. They're not here for you, are they?
Are they here to battle? Do they want to see my prowess? Test my might?
Well, look back over them. They don't look friendly, so probably.
And you hear a voice sort of call out to you over the sound of the wind. Turn back! We don't want you here! You are not welcome! This island is not accepting visitors!
They never are.
What language
Sent
is that
ahead,
in?
right?
I have a ticket here. I am going in.
Oh, we made dinner reservations. I should know.
Turn back! Or you die!
It's in common?
Yes!
Oh,
They
you
say
responded.
that.
Far away.
Well, so
Whoa, fearless leader, what's the plan?
specialties. I personally just hit things really fucking hard. Aim for the head is always the best bet for undead. If you have any gods, it's not a bad idea either. I typically charge in. I'm not one for stealth. I don't believe you all to be ones for stealth either, aside from 4. So how do we want to go about this? Tamshu, do you have any personal ways that you prefer to fight?
And he will smile and prop one leg up on the side of the boat, reach back, and pull out a very large sword from underneath his loincloth.
Why is that your place of storage? What led you to choose that location?
Well, no one questions you, sister, on your methods.
I don't have any pockets.
My methods are that of righteousness.
He doesn't have any pockets, he says.
Well, aside from nature's pocket, I suppose. Wonderful.
Well, it's a bag of holding
Oh,
in my loincloth.
oh.
It works great, but I missed once, and then I had a sack of holding for about 2 weeks. And than a sack of sitting gingerly for about a month.
We're moving on, Brakk. What can you do?
I don't think we actually even found out what Tamshu can do aside from.
I'm not sure I want to know anymore. Brakk,
Yeah, actually.
If it's their heads, then I'll cut their heads off. Let's go.
Excellent.
Straightforward.
Good man. Cuts heads off. Same here. Looks like Tam will likely do the same, hopefully.
This is your last warning!
Hold on, we're meeting.
And then 4, I assume you'll be doing whatever the fuck you want, right?
Oh yes, yep.
Great. Sounds like a plan. Not much different from the plans that we've always created as a family. Lovely. Alright. Stay straight on, Brakk.
Okay, so you
With one roll.
We hit a wave and jump like onto the wave.
Well, yeah, the wave is now sort of bringing you into shore pretty fast. The people on the dock, sort of looking, slightly alarmed by the speed that you're arriving, and one of them raises a hand, and you watch as this crackling bolt of dark energy arcs out past your boat and hits the sea. But as a first shot is fired, I will ask you to roll me some initiative. Or you can turn back and and just stick it in your Zoom name as I just put one more rock on my map.
Uno's not having a good day.
Oh. A 2. I hope I roll a 4.
Uno, dos.
Excellent.
This is a thing of great improvisation. There is actually land beyond those rocks. I was
gonna say this is a small island.
You don't have to look far for this necromancer.
What I didn't tell you is it's a tiny like necromancer crab, and you've got to spend like the next hour turning over every rock until you find the necromancer.
The Final Fantasy side quest. You said put initiative into our Zoom names, right?
Yes, so that. There you go. Look,
Oh,
it's
lovely.
it's
I was literally just
beautiful.
trying to, like, make rectangles.
There we go. It is a work of a work of usability.
I was gonna say adequacy.
Adequacy, yes. But yes, your boat is.
C.
Awesome.
Oh no.
Toss the whole one shot away.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, you're all dead. Okay, so god, those are guys.
Well, we know who has an inflated opinion of himself.
Got a 24. It is pretty solid. I'm here. Why are you so small?
I'm definitely in the back. Definitely in the back.
Okay, so top of the round we have 4 with a 24.
Almost like God wants me to succeed.
I've met God, and she's no.
It's pity. So this bolt of energy, who fired it? Which one of these schmucks did it?
The guy at the front.
Oh, okay. That was rather rude. Keep on. I'll stand up and hold my hands out and almost grab the air and fling up almost, and letting go of some mist that evaporates from my hands. The water near the area starts to bubble as these spectral tentacles fly up and bash at him. It's a reflavored Eldritch Blast as these tentacles come up and try to do some force damage to this.
Oh God, I forgot about the tentacles.
Yeah. How could you?
All right, roll to hit.
Coming at him. So that's a 4 on the die, 11 for the first one.
That will not hit.
Okay, next one is significantly higher.
Sort of slide out the way. Quite nimble for a thing that has no skin.
And as he slides away, another tentacle, 19 plus 7. I'm not even gonna.
Oh, that one will hit.
And that is 1d10, I believe.
All right, Tamshu, you will be up next.
That's 10 force damage, and they are. They're moved 10 feet closer to me. The tentacle grabs hold of them and like pulls them in my direction 10 feet. And I notice they're on the dock.
Splash! You hear
and I will wipe some salt from my hands and sit back down. Well, I've done my part.
Alright. Tamshu.
Since we are such a distance out, Tamshu is going to take his sword and put it back in the sheath, dive into the water, and swim to this point over here, which is about the closest
He
can
just
get
jumped
to.
in the
Just dash swim.
Yep, just
Yes.
I love these guys.
Alright, so you're over here on the rocks. You should have control of the token.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were going to make me roll for it being choppy seas and...
Oh, you know what? I'll have an athletics check. Yes.
I thought you might. I just,
I think you'll make it. It's
That is a 25.
Yeah, you guys...
I got lucky.
Brought some kind of, wrestling team or something with them. Yeah, but through the choppy seas, you managed to make it up onto these rocks on the edge of the island. But that will be, I believe, your action movement as well.
Yeah, okay.
And if you've got anything you'd like to do with a bonus action, you may do as.
I'm good.
As you watch as the first of these enemies that pulled off the dock is like trying to pull themselves back onto the dock, but does not seem to be succeeding. You see their like hands clawing at this slippery, wet wood, like sort of digging in and wrenching tears out of it. And they claw at the dock for a sec, and then sort of almost let go for a moment, and seem quite dejected as the second of them sort of, you see the second one hurrying forward across the dock, this ripped, ragged cloak flapping as they look around like, Zaris? Why are you in the water? And they sort of run forwards and haul their companion out of the water. Meanwhile, the third of them is sort of making their way down along sort of the edge of these rocks, seemingly ignoring what's going on over on the jetty. You watch as they sort of, their eyes sort of scan the choppy waters and fix their eyes out on the boat. And they sort of bring their hands together and sort of this sigil and symbol out towards the boat, and I don't know if there is any saving related on this. I said sigil, not sensual. that would be
I was like, well, I mean, Four technically is prepared for this kind of combat, but I wasn't prepared for it.
No, I sigil. Would it have to call it a sigil? I think that's the recognised DM pronunciation for it. But yeah, and around this boat is this small sort of orb of darkness forms and sort of begins to expand outwards. This sphere of darkness, and Uno, Four, and Brakk. This you find yourself like this darkness expanding around you. You can hear sounds. You can hear these soft whispers, like close around you. As complete and utter darkness falls around you, and yeah, you are for now blinded. Tamshu, you can just make out these whispering, horrible noises over the sound of the waves, but from the outside, what you can see is this large sphere of darkness. Right.
Oh,
And Brakk, that brings us to your turn.
Where did the sun go? Already? He's just gonna continue rowing.
Just stay straight on. Brakk. You're doing a great job.
All right. I'll have, as you're getting close to the shore, I'll have an athletics check for your rowing. I think that's about the right size. Let's see how.
Be a 21.
Okay. So as you sort of push onwards against the waves through this strange and sinister darkness, you see the light of day again. Light emerges around you, and you push forwards, and you can just see at the very end of the boat, still lost in this darkness. You see this last tendril sort of reach out to try and sort of grab at the back of the boat. But for the start of your turn, which I did forget, I will actually need a dexterity saving throw. You see if you're rowing your way out of here.
From everyone?
Just from Brakk, because technically it's only he started his turn. Okay, so that's a success on the dexterity, but you do still take 8 points of cold damage as you're dragging yourself in the boat out of this sphere of otherworldly darkness.
Did we change seasons already?
But yes, you're up into the shallows, towards the shallows now. As you, pull the boat free from the darkness and towards the dock. And is that everything, Brakk?
Yeah, that's everything.
All right, Uno, you're up.
Uno is just going to stay seated in the boat, watching out as Brakk rows, and she'll go ahead and quickly, she has her great sword basically just kind of sitting on her lap, and she'll be admiring it, and she'll run her finger across the blade, and prick them, and go ahead and take damage in order to activate her Rite of the Dawn.
Okay.
Which will be, let's see, D4. Great. 4 damage to me, and my rite is now activated. So I basically just do that, and you see the great sword. It has runes kind of carved out through the center. You see it kind of start to glow, and it emits this bright light for 20 feet, so any of the darkness. It's now even brighter, so Brakk has no idea what timer it is. But I have resistance to necrotic, and then I deal an extra, like, double damage against undead, basically. So she's just prepping. She's just admiring her blade as we get closer.
All right, which brings us back to 4.
Well, I prefer not to be that close to them, and 4 will stand up, and I'll call some more tentacles up from the ocean. These spectral, almost green tentacles that have this little glow to them, to attack both of them, the 2 ones on the dock, as he stands up, and he's going to almost belly flop or like fall plank into the water and get onto land.
Okay. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, you're close enough now to the shore. It's just a bit, especially as you're taller than Tamshu, so the waves that he was having to at some points like swim through, you can kind of just wade through.
So first one is an 8 plus 7, so 17, 14, 15 to hit.
That will hit, yes.
And the next one is a 11 on the die plus 7.
That will hit. So is that one for each of them?
Yes.
Okay.
So first one was going to be the one closest to me, or closest to the boat. I'm sorry, 5 feet, or 5.
Yeah.
I'm moving 10 feet.
You measure your damage in feet now?
And then next one is 7 force damage.
Okay, and
They are moved 10 feet towards where I cast it. So 10 feet towards the boat.
Okay.
Grab them and pull them into the water
Like-
to the depths of hell.
Slash! You hear? Oh fuck!
Rather rude things, aren't they? Good luck, sister. And I don't have the ability to, but I'll flavor it. I'm trying to help Tam up out of the water. Unfortunately, I'm all out of
Flavorful
actions.
helping.
Unfortunately, my action economy is quite low right now, Tamshu, but I'm here with you in spirits.
Well, yeah, Tamshu's made it to land now with the help of Thor.
Actually, wait, hold on. I do have a bonus action. I'm sorry. I haven't played him in forever. My bonus action, I'll activate whenever I've gotten into the water. I'll let loose this little whistle that sort of dissipates and ripples into the water, along with that the storm's making. And as I come up, Tamshu, you see this brightly colored, almost bioluminescent seahorse in the water start trying to help you.
All right.
That is my familiar.
Okay.
There he is. There's my little man.
Is he actually coral colored? Because I love that.
Yes. He's very brightly
He's a
colored.
little S.
S for seahorse.
That's my little man. Be nice to him. I'm not.
So yeah, Tamshu.
All right. I will draw my greatsword and a piece of bacon with it, and give the bacon to the seahorse, and then I'm going to charge in and recklessly attack that guy standing over here on the beach. Yeah, that roll didn't go as good as I would like, but it is actually a 15. Does that hit?
That will hit. That will hit. 15 hits.
All right. So that is going to be 13 slashing damage there. And then I'm going to go for my second attack on him. Oh, that's a little bit better. That's going to be a 17.
That will still hit.
Yeah, but not as much damage. That's only going to be 9 damage on that one.
Okay.
And that puts me right about there.
Is that everything?
That is it.
Okay. You hear shouts and sounds of consternation from the water by the boat as you hear. What was that, Alice? Did you do that? I did not do that. Just it's like I hate guard duty. What is she even up to up there? And the first of these rather bedraggled looking figures is going to pull them successfully this time, pull themselves out the water onto the boat in front of Brakk. They sort of splutter of wring out a little water and sort of okay. You'll regret coming here. You'll be more fodder for her armies. Sort of tries to look imposing towards Brakk. The second of them is instead going to start like swimming and wading and trudging their way back towards the shore. Yeah, this is not what I sold it for. This is not a game. And they, as they sort of reach the shore, they sort of turn like sodden with water and raise their hand and point it back towards the boat. And there's this arc of dark energy shoots out towards Brakk rowing the boat. And that is an unnatural 20 to hit, Brakk. Does that hit you? Okay. And that is... Oop. Not off the table. 10 points of force damage. As this arc of dark energy strikes you. A third of them looks sort of surprised as Tamshu sort of pops up from between the rocks. They haven't seemed to notice him until he started being hit by a sword. And as you get close, they sort of bring their hands together again in a similar symbol to before, but not quite the same. And around them, this sort of dark energy. This is a fight with a lot of tentacles. I've just realised this. This is the these tendrils of dark energy rise up from the ground around, sort of lashing and slashing around. I need a strength. I believe it's a strength saving throw, please, from you, Tamshu, and just Tamshu for now, sadly.
Every fight with 4 has a lot of tentacles. I just want that.
That is a 12.
That is a 12. All right. So that will be 9 points of necrotic damage, and you cannot take reactions until your next turn.
Okay.
He goes, "Be gone from this place, little man." And Brakk, over to you. One of them has just climbed into the boat.
Yeah, so I see the one climbing in the boat. I'm like, ha ha ha, I am my own army. And then I kind of like, that energy. And I'm just going to grab my greatsword and swing it at this guy.
All right.
That is a 24 to hit.
That will hit. Guard duty really does suck.
For 15 damage for the first attack.
The first attack, yes, okay. And for the second?
And it's a 15 on the
That'll hit.
For 14 damage.
You hit as they sort of crumple down. You hear "fuck." Yeah. Aiming for the head. Any particular part of the body you lop it off, or?
Well, I'm still sitting, but I'm gonna swing anyway because I just have a sword and he's standing above me, so I'm just gonna cleave him in half.
Splash! As one half falls off the edge of the boat with this sort of string of entrails hanging and barely linking the two pieces. Is that everything, Brakk?
Nope, that'll be the end of my turn.
Alright, Uno.
Sweet. Great. Well, that's wonderful. Excellent. She'll go ahead and clap. Bravo. You're proving very useful so far, Brakk. I appreciate your assistance on this journey.
Oh, just you wait to see what is next.
Oh, I cannot wait. And then, Uno can sleep very well, so she's just gonna wait until we dock.
I mean, it is now sort of deep wading distance, but yes.
Well, the boat would have momentum too. Even when I stopped rowing, it would still keep going.
Oh yeah. That's a good point.
So we'd be about, okay, well, I'll just go ahead and do a little hop over to the... Oh, I forgot I was drawing a seahorse earlier, so I drew a line. I'll go ahead and hop over then. So, 10, 15. Great, this is like approximately to scale. So I was here, 5, 10, 15. I'll do a little hop, 20, 25, 30. Hello, sir. Great, so we'll basically we'll get close. Uno will finally kind of call to action after encouraging Brakk on. She'll stand up, hop over onto the dock. She always does everything as casually as possible to look like she's not putting in any effort. So she will just stride down the dock, claim it as her own. She'll walk up to the undead and almost like a baseball swing, like not a baseball swing, but almost like a swing of a tennis racket. She'll have her weapon down and she'll just go like right kind of diagonal through where the neck is, ideally, with her great sword. And
very anime.
Thank you. Let's see. That will be. A -1, or I got 1, but I got +7, so an 8 to hit.
That does not hit, but
fantastic. Don't worry, we got another. I was coming up from like a weird angle. My hand was out of there, so she'll slice up, totally miss the head, and be like, "Made you think." Slice back down where it was before. Hopefully, this one hits. Not much better. How's a 11?
No, they kind of. You see that as you sort of came at them out of the boat, you saw this look of sort of alarm cross this withered face, and then sort of crack a smile. Is that the best you've got?
I'm not the one you should be worried about. She'll play it off. Just stay there. Try to look intimidating and recover.
Alright, 4. Over to you.
Great. Looking at Uno for a moment. I will.
She's the definition of I meant to do that. She'll stand there. She'll play it off.
I'll run forward and unsheath this crazy looking sword, with what looks like teeth for the guard, and it like wiggles a little bit whenever I hold it, and from it you hear, "Yes, battle," as I get my sword and swing at this undead creature, saying, "Oh, be quiet," as I swing with my mimic sword that I have. Haven't done this in a long time. I'm sorry. Okay.
See, James is who I blame for the appearance of sentient weapons in this in the Isfjell campaign.
It's so fun. 17 on the die plus 7 to hit.
That will hit, yes.
And that is... I get sneak attack, which is cool. So that's 10 slashing damage plus sneak attack here. 7. So 17 damage total.
And they start to sort of turn their head round to look at you, and they open their mouth to say something, but they don't get the chance because they are now sort of crumpled down amongst the rocks in front of you and Tamshu.
It can taste your unlife. Oh, be quiet, as I'll sheath my sword again. And take some more steps back. I got 5 feet more movement. I'm going to take another step back. And my seahorse will come closer to land. And that's about it.
There's more of them?
It won't let me drag the drawn seahorse, unfortunately.
I think that is only Moira's horse now.
Yeah.
Alright, Tamshu, forestall your kill. What do you want to do?
His shoulders are gonna slump, and he's going, I had that!
No, I believe you.
And he's going to charge forward towards the one towards, Uno. And,
You know.
yeah, you know. That's a 15.
That will hit, yes.
Oh, okay. Isn't that nice?
These guys don't seem to be wearing that much armor.
No, they don't. That will be 13 points damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take a second swing at him, too. Oh, that was much better. That's going to be a 25 to hit. Not that that makes a difference damage-wise, but hey.
It sounds good.
It sounds good. And then you roll the damage dice and you go, that doesn't sound good at all. That's going to be 7.
Okay.
And a dog bark.
Is that everything?
I think that's going to do it for now.
The figure who had just a moment ago been sort of laughing at Uno. No, kind of. You see the fear come back to the face as you look down. Sort of looks around, scans over the rocks, and then you see a calculation as they realise that their 2 companions are now in pieces. And they are going to disengage, and they start legging it up away from the docks.
I'm going to take a swing at him as he tries to leave.
Disengage.
Oh, he disengaged, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Darn.
So you can only make some distance up and away as they start running up this path off between the rocks. It's okay. No. Not today. No, this was a terrible duty. And, Brakk, it's your turn.
Can we say that the boat probably moved to the shore now?
Oh yeah. Sorry. I keep forgetting to move the boat. Boat is at the dock.
expert parallel park, by the way.
Yes. Even got the all rested on that rock. It's...
I'd be like, why is it running? No! And hop off the boat and start charging at it. But only gets to just a little short.
That's no way to talk about Tamshu.
Come back here, you coward! He's gonna raise his greatsword as he follows.
No! I am a coward! I admit it! But I'm not coming back!
Actually, since I can't attack anyway, I'm gonna dash and get right next to him.
Oh, damn it! Look, I'm leaving!
That hurt. You're going to die.
Uno, I believe it's your turn.
Okay. Uno is going to try to be casual, try to redeem, make it seem like everything has been intended thus far. Walk forward, throw a glancing pass over at Tamshu and Four, make sure they're fine. Nod, continue walking, stride up to him, and while the undead is engaging with Brakk and they're both bickering at each other, she'll try to two-handed slash down the back.
Yeah, the undead is supposed to kind of trying to dodge past Brakk, who seems to have got into its wants to go where Brakk is standing, and it's just to get round him.
Excellent.
But
Great. Well, that did much better. That's a 23 to hit.
that'll hit.
Excellent. Let me sort out my screen. Great. So 23 to hit. That hits. So we've got. So 8 slashing damage plus 4, so that's 12. And then you get an extra 2 radiant, I believe, as well.
And that will be enough.
Yes.
So it's just sort of, it's dodging, trying to get past Brakk. He's just menacingly coming up from behind.
Right, and then she'll just go and she'll take the two-handed and rises up behind him and just slashes down. And then it was a radiant damage as well, so there'll be kind of a light that shines as it. Nice.
And as the pieces sort of thud onto the damp, cold ground, you are no longer in initiative.
Round
What
up.
little thing are you?
Dude.
Looking at Tam.
I'm hoping that they will round up over near me and Brakk, and I'll kind of look at Brakk and nod, and you did great fighting out there, and I'll flick a little piece of gross rotten flesh off his face.
First battle of many. And he's going to walk actually back to the boat, and the one that he actually killed, he's going to, the top half went in the water. So the one that's below him, he's just going to reach out and pull off the thumb bone. Put it in his pouch.
What?
Okay.
What did
Which bone?
grab?
The thumb bone.
Okay.
Thumb. Okay. You have a
Why? What did you hear?
collection going on.
I heard trombone.
I heard trombone. Yeah.
Me too.
I thought we were about to break into song.
I have a lute, but he was not prepared for that.
Well, I didn't play the trombone in junior high, so.
There you go. Let's do it. Great. Well, excellent. Are you putting together a collection? like a little prize for every kill that you make?
My trophy, and it has to be the thumb. Throgar told me you take away the thumb, and when they come back to life, they can't grip their weapon.
Ah.
Shouldn't you take
That's very
both thumbs
cool.
then?
We'll just
You're a
assume
smart
he's
little one.
only right-handed. Not
I'll
everyone
take the
can
other
be
thumb as well.
ambidextrous. Oh. All right. Tam, Form, are we in order?
Yes. Bye, Marcus. And I'll wave as my voice sort of like disperses into the waves.
He says blub blub. Hold on, let me allow me to. And oh no, we left the.
I can move you back to the page if you would like to animate your
I'm
seahorse.
going to animate him sailing away.
He disperses.
There you go.
My friend.
Oh no, that's horrifying.
Oh God, you ripped out his spine.
My
I think we'll just leave. Goodbye. No.
Forrest staring out into the ocean, unsure if he wants to be in this mortal coil anymore.
It's like I don't know if anyone will even begin to remember, but they had these toys that came in Sonic Wacky packs a while ago. That was it was like the skeletal structure inside a dinosaur, and you could take it apart and see the bones. That's what just happened. As Marcus leaves, he goes.
Yeah, I said goodbye, Marcus, and then a fish came up and just started devouring him.
He just apart like a little bicycle. He just.
That's what happens when he's no longer of use to you. He just.
He's used to it.
Yeah. So the four of you are standing on this sort of this frosty shore. This rotten-looking jetty. The body parts scattered around. You can see there's sort of a rough path that seems to wind up between rocks of wind-blown trees and remnants of ruins up further onto the island. It's, apart from the sound of the waves, it's eerily quiet. There's no sound of any wildlife. There's no birds, not even crows.
Well, what say we rest?
You want to rest already?
Well, Brakk, aren't you tired from... You rode like at least 100 feet.
Brakk is fine.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we can push on.
I suppose if you desperately
Unless you don't
wanna...
mind waiting an hour?
Hour?
I'll take out some
Well, I
bacon and
guess
go,
the
does anyone need a
weaker sorts
snack?
need their
We
rest.
can rest, but...
Oh, no, it's fine. Marcus will just be fine. I'm sure we'll find water somewhere else.
Okay.
We can push
It is
forward.
a damp island. I think we'll be fine. So, from what I understand, this island is mostly in ruin. I'm not quite sure where exactly we're supposed to be headed. There's not necessarily like a looming castle or anything, is there?
I'll look up.
As you look up, you can see the ruins sort of rise upwards. There definitely seems to be some larger structure towards the top. Not exactly a looming castle, but some larger looking remaining structure, perhaps at the base of an old tower at the top of the island. The rest of it is just sort of toppled walls, sort of collapsed columns, and like the outlines and foundations. But there's one, the base of a tower, still standing.
I expect they'll be at the highest point, looking over their fortress of solitude.
Or the lowest point.
Closest to hell, I suppose. Potentially raise the dead from the ground. Either of the two, press onward, I suppose. I don't really have further direction beyond that, unfortunately.
Well, lead the way. I will make sure I am in the back at all times. Thank you very much. There are very strong people here. There's no reason to be up in the front.
Okay. So 4 gets picked off by the...
Excellent.
I'll be back here. Ah! Picks me up.
He's never seen again, and there was much rejoicing.
I'll take out my lute and I'll start strumming a quiet little jaunty tune.
All right. It's always hard to hear the tune of as you're sort of making your way up the path. The storm seems to be getting more intense.
Oh.
The wind that was sort of making the landing difficult is rising. It's this cold, biting wind, and it's raining now. This heavy downpour of rain. Sort of, it very seems to be raindrops. It just seems like there's just endless water just streaming down at you.
I'll turn my lute upside down so water doesn't get inside, and I'll hold it above me.
And you can see the path you're walking. There's like a stream sort of running down it now at this point between the muds and the stones. And as it's cold and wet and horrible, I will ask for a con save from everyone, please, as you trudge your way up across this island.
Ah, yes. Enemy you always forget about in combat. Pneumonia. Con save?
Yeah, con save, please.
14 on the die, 16 for me.
16 for me as well.
19.
Brakk?
25.
Yeah, you're cold, you're wet, your clothes are soaked through, your feet are wet, your shoes are wet, but it's... You're tough. It's not affecting your ability to get stuff done. Yeah. Lesser mortals might be exhausted by this, but not you.
Extremely bothered by this party.
But it's hard. It's definitely limiting your vision. You can't see that far ahead of you as this path winds its way up. But I forgot to check. What is everyone's passive perception? I should actually note this just for future.
11, my dude.
I don't think I've got anyone quite as impressive as Adair in this, have I?
No, I'm an 11 in this. So.
I'm a 9.
I'm at 12. Somehow my dump stat makes me higher than everyone else.
Wait, does anyone in this party have wisdom?
Not really.
And that explains everything.
Really?
I wouldn't be in this situation if I had wisdom, is the issue. So.
Yeah, so you trudge on upwards, unaware of whatever it was you might have been aware of.
Great.
This is probably safe.
As you, as a bolt of lightning comes sort of out of the sky, almost like, actually, very directly down towards you. I need a dex save of everyone, please, as the sky, this crackle of lightning comes down towards you.
Dex save from everyone?
Yeah. And as your group.
Is this magical in nature?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh God, thank God.
Yeah. Brakk rolled a net 1, total of 6.
Alright, so,
30-20.
4?
24.
So, the rest of you, you're if you're moving fast enough where doesn't hit in your area, but you watch as this bolt of lightning comes down, and are you wearing metal armor, Brakk?
Oh, yeah.
So, there's a connection with Brack's metal armor, and there's this sort of followed sort of by this loud boom of sound. But Brakk, you will take 12 points of lightning damage.
Oh my God! Are you all right? Is he? Are
Yes.
you all right?
I'm sure I've been hit with lightning before.
It's very bracing. But yeah, the winds howl, the rain is lashing down, the sky is filled with thunderclouds. And ahead of you, in the base of this tower, you see a set of stairs sort of leading downwards to this large stone door. Sort of set, so if the stair like winds down to this large, heavy, imposing, and very close-looking stone door. Set almost at an angle in the earth itself. There's not really any, apart from like in the very lee of the walls, there's not really anywhere to shelter on this island. But yeah.
Well, when you see a door, you knock. Brack's already been knocked, so Uno, Tam.
We'll do. Not the keyboard. Come on.
You like that.
And then, out of the darkness comes the most dreaded of enemies, the keyboard cat.
Uno said she'll go ahead and knock. Head forward.
Brakk will touch his hand to his arm and say, "My strength will ever grow," and lay on hands for 20.
Holy shit. You didn't mention that. Could you always do that?
Of course, when I want to be stronger, I feel this power and energy in me. Don't you?
I'm gonna feel like wet rice.
Like he wants to vomit, yeah.
Yeah.
Little burpee.
How are you able to do that?
I feel it. It just
Okay.
my glory takes me and makes me stronger.
Oh. So not magical in any way. Okay, fine. Okay. You just placebo yourself into being stronger. I understand.
Exactly.
What happens when you follow what you believe in for?
Sounds psychotic. Knock the door, please.
But fun. And he'll slap Four on the back again.
Four will just not Four. Uno will start knocking on the door.
Take 1d20 of bludgeoning damage.
So yeah, are you just are you just knocking on the door? Just like knock knock.
Yeah, Uno will just.
Nobody answers.
Does it budge at all whenever I try to knock on it?
It's definitely some give in it. It's definitely a door, not just a carving of a door. But you can't see any sign of like a lock. But something is holding the two leaves of this door together.
Cool. Can I try to just kick it down?
Yeah, you can. Make me a strength check, please.
Excellent.
Is there anything else on the door?
There's some old faded looking carving.
Yeah. Let's kick it down.
Rolls are bad. New dice.
Tamshu's gonna
I don't
say.
trust the computer anymore.
Tamshu's gonna say, "Let me try."
Yeah, Uno, you kind of bruised a bit of a toe on this door. See as you were looking at the carvings, you see this brief sort of almost flicker of light across the carvings on the door, but it doesn't seem to do anything. But for a moment, you saw they seem to glow for a second.
Go
Probably
ahead,
the
little
lightning.
man. Seems like I'm
Probably the light.
too tall for it.
Tamshu, would you like to knock?
Right now, he's just looking at her with his jaw dropped at the little man comment. And then he will walk up with a hammer on the door. And that is going to be a 19.
So, two things happen. Actually, who's standing near Tamshu as he kicks at this door? This is an important question
when
here.
I saw the light, I would basically take a few steps back, just in case.
Okay, so is Uno still standing nearby?
Yes.
And Brakk?
No, I'd be behind them, so.
Okay. So
You're
yeah,
hiding
first of
behind
all,
Tamshu.
there's this loud sort of crack sound, and this the two leaves the door swinging in a little. But almost at the same instant, the carvings on the door flare with this cold white light, and there's this outwards. Almost like it's not sound. It's completely silent, but it looks almost like the shockwave through the air of this cold white light. And I'm going to need Constitution saving throws against magic from both Uno and Tamshu, please.
Ooh, I'm glad I'm
Will do. We're not using Roll20 anymore.
14.
Has it betrayed you?
No. Fuck this die too. That was a 6.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So yes, Uno, that will be 12 points of necrotic damage. I don't know if you've still got protection against that.
As long as I still have my weapon available, I believe, but I'm not sure if that is supposed to be within or out of combat. Let me check.
Don't know if it has a time limit, but yes, 12 points of necrotic damage. Tamshu, you will take 6 because you saved successfully.
I think as long as I'm holding it.
For Blood Hunter?
Yeah.
I think it's whenever, like, if you just, like, if you do it, it's up for indefinitely until, like, your next
You can
rest.
activate a Crimson Rite on a single weapon with the elemental energy of a known right of your choice that lasts until you finish a short rest.
Yeah.
Or
Okay,
if you
yeah.
aren't holding the weapon at the end of your turn. So as long as I still got it in my hand, it's going indefinitely. So I
So, yeah.
have resistance.
So that'll be 6 points for you as well.
That's
Right.
badass.
Yeah, so this wave of sort of necrotic energy pulses out from the door. But now the carvings fade back to just being sinister carvings. And you can see the door is cracked open wide enough. You can see a dark entrance down into the ground beneath. And you can hear a sound. Several sounds. You can hear the sound of running water.
Hey, Marcus.
And and you can also hear the sound, like a brief sound of what sounds like a brief baying howl, some kind of dog or wolf-like creature.
Am I able to determine with my +0 nature check what kind of beast this might?
Make me a nature check. Yeah, go on, go for it. That's a very good question. Are you?
Is the door large enough for Brakk to pass through? You notice I didn't
Yes.
say me.
No, it'll be a squeeze, a bit of a squeeze for Brakk, but you can
Okay.
get through. How did your nature check go for?
We don't need to talk.
Oh god, no. How did it go?
No, we don't. We
No,
don't.
we do, we really do.
I got a 4.
Wow.
That was a pack of wolves down there. It's definitely a pack of wolves.
Oh shit! All right. Grip my sheathed sword, and you can hear as it's mumbling to itself in my holster.
But yeah, what would you like to do, gang?
So remind me again, Uno.
Yes.
You're here for a book. Brack's
Correct.
here for
Glory.
coin and glory. Tamshu, you're here for.
You.
That's sweet. Okay. I was just curious on what they'll be writing on our graves soon. You can go first, Uno.
Of course. I like your optimism, brother, as always. She'll step forward.
Alright, so as you begin your descent into the dark ruins and tunnels beneath the Whispering Island, I think this might be a good point to take our break. and we will be back soon.
0. And you're muted.
I thought I had it so smoothly done.
Yeah, we
So
had like a
smooth.
30-second countdown and everything for that one. That
Yeah.
was
So,
I'm just doing my job. I can't do everything, you know.
I need you here to unmute me on time. Yes, alright, so our heroes have made their way to land on the whispering Isle of Varandra, made their way up through the howling rain, or the howling wind, the sleeting rain, the occasional lightning strike, have kicked their way through a set of ancient stone doors and down into the tunnels beneath. And the tunnels, as you imagine them, are almost pitch black. You can just about make out far in the distance down this tunnel a slight glimmer of light. But in the immediate area around you, it's a dark, dark tunnel. Depending, of course, on your own particular abilities of seeing in the dark.
I can't see in the dark. I need I hope we're not being stealthy. I'll pull out a torch from
my sword should still be emitting a light.
Okay, in which case, it's not pitch black, it's lit by a glowing sword.
20 feet
great.
of bright light.
What? You can't just see all times?
No. Can you?
Yes.
Oh. But you want an orc.
We're both orcs.
Are you? You're significantly smaller than him.
I find that I'm a compact warrior.
Oh. That's very handy.
One size.
You're there when we need you, and when we need you most. As we've seen, it's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean. I don't know how we got here.
No, we got here because Brakk rode strong.
Oh, that too.
Or I don't think anyone here is going to be keen on your entendres. So may as well just not be making them, huh?
Okay. Four
Well, Miss-
pulls out some berries.
We're just eating yeah. Make a cake.
But yeah, you can see this long dark tunnel, and in the glow of the lantern, 4 eating grapes. Just no idea where he got grapes from. But...
I bought them. I have a sack of holding as well. I keep the berries where I keep the berries.
In the sack, of course. That's where they belong.
Oh.
And then you just pop in your mouth and suck on them, and it's fine.
I was invited here.
I'm on an island with 3 men. Off I go.
And then lightning hits and kills everyone.
Alright. Good one shot, everyone. Have a good week.
But yeah, this dark tunnel leads downwards. You can just see this flickering light, and you can hear the sound of running water coming from ahead as well, and then another kind of what is definitely a pack of wolves.
Miss,
Right.
Miss, I think we should go first. Brakk and I, the fighters. Don't you think so, brother?
Yes.
And he will reach up and jump up to pat him on the back. He only hits about mid back, but
Little ass tap.
Little sports slap.
There you go.
Go get him, Tiger.
Sure.
All right. So, Brakk and Tamshu, in the lead, as you head down this corridor, and sound seems to carry quite a long way down here, so you can hear your footsteps sort of echoing around. And the question for you is, how are you moving? Are you making any attempt to be stealthy, or are you just,
Clank, clank,
marching
clank,
down?
clank.
What is this stealth of which you speak?
Okay, I'll take that to know. Just so I check.
Brakk is in plate armor. He's metal fist. He's loud right now.
Yeah, so you can hear the clank, clank, clank. So sounds just echo back and forth up this corridor, and you hear a, "Hey, did you hear something?" Wait, you mean that clanking noise? Yeah, shh. What do you think it's the others? No, why would they be clanking? Anyway, they went to guard the harbour. Guard the harbour from what? Who's going to turn up here? Look, what is he? Look, it's just getting paranoid. There's nothing here. Just keep a watch on this door. And then once she's finished, everything will be fine. She even told you what she's doing. Hang on, shh.
Get him, Tiger, before the exposition some more. Go.
It's definitely clanking. I heard clanking. Something is coming, definitely. I heard a noise. That was a doorbell. I swear I heard that doorbell go.
I'd like it pointed out I am trying to be as stealthy as possible.
Yeah, make me a stealth check for.
I want them seen, not me.
Is this like a gradient scale? He should get advantage because we're being so loud.
You can't hear him over the sound the rest of you are making. Let's see.
17 total.
Alright. So as you're heading towards this light, you can now sort of see the light more clearly. You can see this stone corridor opens out into a chamber. You can see the light is coming from this large brazier set on a podium on the wall opposite you, on this carved stone wall. And sort of long shadows are being cast from this light of two figures sort of stood on either side of this brazier, one peering around kind of anxiously, and the other kind of slumped back against the wall, seemingly not as stressed out by what's going on. And both of them have the same sort of wizened, shrunken appearance of the figures you ran into on the dock. And as you're sort of coming closer to the sound, you see the paranoid appearing one sort of stand up and take a step forwards. At this point, Brakk at the front, you're probably about 60 feet away. Brakk and Tamshu at the front as this figure takes a step forward, looks at you, says, "Ha! Told you so!" to the other one, and I'm going to ask you to roll initiative, but I'm going to also ask you to be aware that my map's not big enough because I didn't really think this through. So I'm just going to make this map a bit taller in this direction.
It's not the size of the map. It's the TPK of the encounter.
Yes, hang on.
Doesn't flow as well.
Scroll down to the bottom.
Nice try, though. It was a nice try.
Yeah, we're down the bottom of the end of this map.
If I can find the map. Okay, there we go.
That's what I was saying. I kind of... and this
This
is...
is dope looking.
Yeah, I can't take credit for this. It's
okay, so
Dr. Map.
we're in the long white...
20.
Okay,
Tunnel, yes.
okay.
Can you tell... You missed my... Yeah. James, you missed my glorious map of prison cells last week. With boxes and boxes. Ooh.
Well,
That's excellent.
I got to see it anyway.
But yes, you're in this tunnel leading up to this definitely a dead end wall. Ignore the size of the... I don't know why your token does that, but it's
It's all ego.
It's because I'm a massive prick.
Like I said, it's all ego.
I didn't want to say that. But
The character. I'm speaking of the character.
of course, I wouldn't say anything mean to James.
No, I would not. I like James.
But yeah, as these creatures, these individuals, let's not demean the poor guards, catch sight of you, I'm going to ask for, well, unless you might be able to defuse this without it kicking off into a fight, but I will ask for an initiative roll for people initially. And leave it up to you what you want to do about it.
They look really hungry, Brakk. Should I offer them some food?
Oh, we're not just going to kill them?
Did you know just roll a 1?
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah. Second one this session. Going really well. Choice rolls and everything.
Alright, so 4. They've possibly not noticed you yet. Lurking back in the shadows.
Hey, boss. Hey, boss, what should we do?
As the others stop to debate their actions. 4, you have this moment to act what the others are, thinking about things.
Okay. Those people on the dock, did they have any indication that they were high ranking in any way, or any sign of a rank in their armor, or are they just kind of?
Not really. They weren't really even armored. They were wearing tatty, ragged robes.
Okay.
As are these individuals. There's not really much armor going on.
And when they speak, or whenever these people speak, do their mouths move?
Yes.
Darn. Okay. In that case, 4 will. Goodness me, I was not expecting to go in first.
Let me ask
You don't have to. You can.
Let me ask a
No,
question.
he does not
Is
want to
that
fight.
is that water? Because it looks like water drawn on the map. I want to make sure, is that actually water around that raised stone platform?
No.
Okay.
Oh, it does look like water.
It does. Okay, but it's not. Okay.
No, it is just stone.
Okay.
And pretty stone
New wave
patterns.
stone.
Yeah, new wave stone. But yeah.
Okay, so in this instance, 4 will hold his hands out, and from it, this sea mist slowly starts to seep out of his fingers, and start to form and coalesce, and making a big show about it as they start to swirl around and build up and up to a 5-foot figure. I'm going to be casting Minor Illusion here. And from this sea mist comes who I assume what a general might look like. A skeletal figure draped in those robes from above. Very ornate, not as tattered. 2 skeletons grow beards. This one will have a beard. You can't see their mouth, so you can't tell if they're the ones talking. But they'll form, and 4, with his actor feet, will speak as someone else for a moment.
Okay.
And say, or his actor background, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a feat. My mistake. And say, "You are dismissed. Nothing to see here."
So let me get this. Let me get this clear. You're not making an illusion of one of the ones you actually saw at the dock. This is an
No.
illusion of.
Because they didn't have any rank, so he's just assuming this is what someone of higher ranking might be, because he hasn't seen them yet. They probably won't listen to some of their own same rank.
Okay.
And he's assuming that because he made it a show of like them appearing, they're like, "Holy shit, this guy knows magic. He won't make it."
I'm going to ask, well, your choice of whether this is straight intimidation or deception. I'll leave the choice up to you.
You said deception?
Deception or intimidation. The
All I
choice
need
is
to go on
yours.
Deception.
4? A liar?
He's become a very good liar since we last saw him.
Brakk, you'll be up next, by the way, just to...
17 on the die with my +7 deception.
Okay, so that is a 20...
The science people do math for me.
17 on the die with a 24. They stare at this figure.
Don't worry, they'll totally buy this. Everyone always falls for this.
And there's a sort of a pause that almost seems longer than the 6 seconds that it strictly can be. As they stare at this figure, look at each other, stare back at the figure. And the one that was leaning against the one that was leaning against the wall goes, Are you one of her friends from up north?
Unfortunately, my action economy prevents me from returning.
She goes, you come... This... She's brought in even more of us? What is she playing at in there? Oh well, you know. Any excuse not to do guard duty. This guy...
Oh my god.
Whereas the other one goes, hey. Versus. This is obviously a trick. You think everything's a trick. And the other one takes a sort of, like, half a step forwards. Like, goes to move forwards when it's their turn to move. But Brakk, as this charade is being carried out, what are you doing?
Did Ford mention anything to anybody else that he's going to do this, or is it just another skeleton appeared?
He said, I've got this, and then mist started appearing from his hand, so take that as you will.
Three of them now. Well, let's just kill them all. And he'll go, like, he doesn't know what magic is in your sense. Like, he just thinks he could do things. So he's going to run forward and take a swipe at your illusion. And obviously it goes right through.
This is less than ideal.
And then once he realizes that there's nothing hitting at, he'll just like, right, maybe you, and then he'll move forward and attack this one.
Alright. So, that one, you see a moment of like, aha! Across that one's face as it realises that it recognises the illusion. The other one didn't seem to be paying attention.
I'm going to use Great Weapon Master on this attack.
Okay, Tamshu, you're up next, by the way.
Ooh, that's a 13 to hit.
Not quite enough. Actually, yes, that is enough, actually. Because they were not prepared enough for this.
That's 22.
They let out this startled, like, strangled, like, death raspy yell, and the other one at the wall sort of looks less chill now, and as they realise it's a trap. It's a trick. Is there anything else, Brakk?
That'll be it.
Alright, Tamshu, you're up.
Well, seeing that he went for the first one and then went on to the second one, I'm going to go to the one in the corner and attack with my sword. And I'm going to be screaming.
Can you get there?
Yes, actually I can. It's 45 feet. So that's
little legs sort of working over time.
That's a 15.
That will hit, yeah.
Oh, thank heavens. I was worried about that one. And that will be 12 points damage. Slashing. And then I'm going to make a second attack. Well, that's a 16, so that's a 21. So
I'll
assuming
hit.
that one hits, yeah. I do great on the first roll for damage. The second roll for damage, it's pitiful every time.
Every time.
Every time. That's 9 points on that one.
Okay, but they are, these guys, once you get up close to them, they are mostly old dry bones and bits of cloth. Like, they're not that tough. It's still standing, but not looking so great anymore. And you see him take a stumbling step to the side and sort of reach up to this area of the wall and just like hammers his fist into the wall, and you hear him shout out, "Mistress! Enemies at the gate! Come out and help, please! Send help!"
Mistress.
And then, sort of in between his shouting and yelling, is turns around and kind of attempts to sort of claw at Tamshu's face. When I say attempts, that is a 10 to hit.
That is a miss.
The other one sort of looks up in alarm to find Brakk directly sort of on top of them, and sort of panicked look in their face, sort of at point blank range, sort of raise their hands and attempt to fire off a spell, but it is point blank range, so that is a 9 to hit as this kind of vulgar sputters in the air. As their sort of panic gets most of them, and that takes us to Uno.
Good work, brother. Excellent disguise. I'll pat him on the back, since patting on the back seems to be the language of the party so far. So I'll go ahead and reach around and give him a little shoulder pat, and then I'll walk forward and just get further. I don't think I can. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'll join kind of near Brakk. And honestly, probably just take a cross. Which one looks more hurt between the two?
The one by the door definitely looks the most hurt.
Oh, if I use a crossbow, that would end my right.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay, she'll just stay there then. So she'll kind of just look on. Can I do just a general, like, perception check of the room?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I'm standing around.
Oh yeah, go for it. Sorry, I was just doing looking for
that one. Okay.
Damn, Boo, you gotta get better dice.
So many.
Yeah, everything's fine. There's definitely nothing going on.
Great.
Thankfully, there are 4 walls and a roof in this room.
There's walls and a roof, and that's great. It's definitely a room. 4.
Well, thanks. And I'm going to walk up, and my guy still stays there for the duration until I cast mine again, so he's just kind of chilling there. This room is more of like an entryway, right?
Yes.
Okay, but I don't like that. All right, are there any indications, any markings on like like navigation wise, or like, hey, plot thing this way, while either monster we keep in hiding that way, anything like that?
I'm gonna say make me either a perception or an arcana check here.
Oh, I'm not doing an arcana, that's for sure. Perception it is. 18 on the die plus 2, dirty 20.
Well, you can hear the one of the guards of hammering on this wall at the far end, and you can see there's carved sigils across the top of it and round it, and this flickering flame in a brazier burning in front of it. The carvings definitely seem imposing, and almost a lot more effort than was required to bracket one brazier. Like, everything about it would suggest that it's something important. That's in the large flashing yellow exclamation mark above it.
Okay, well, that's probably not where we need to go. That was my action or a bonus action, or what was that?
I'll give you that one for free.
Oh, thank God.
Because it's just pointing out what's on the map.
Okay. In that case, I will...
Oh, you can also hear that's where the sound of running water is coming from.
Which direction?
Through that wall.
Oh, okay. This is... I'm using my map knowledge here. There's a corridor to the east, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I probably should reveal that now. I think some people can see into it.
Okay. All right. Well, I think I don't really want to fight is the issue here. So I think I will cast minor illusion on like directly in front of me, so my skeleton will fade away, and then I'll try to match the wall to make it look like the brick wall extends 5 feet to hide me more.
Okay. You cast wall.
Yeah, I use minor illusion to cast a 5-foot wall, just to hide behind. There's only 2 of them. They have this. I don't need to risk my life.
Yeah. All right. So, as the coward hides behind an imaginary wall,
I never said I was a fighter.
Brakk, what would you like to do?
Continue and just destroy this guy.
Alright, continue and attempt to destroy.
Do great weapons again. It's a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 24 damage.
Oh! It's just a scattering of tiny little undead pieces.
And then I shall move over here. Because a great weapon measure, when I reduce a opponent to 0, I get a bonus action. Can I move and then use the bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay, so I still get 2 more attacks.
If you need it, yeah.
14 to hit.
That will still hit, actually, yes. These poor guys never had a chance to put on their armor.
For 16 damage.
You hear the gas out clawing at the wall. Mistress! Let us in!
Is he dead yet?
And then... Well, he was dead to start with, but now he's even more dead.
Okay.
It's just like, last gasp. Crawl up the wall. And... I'm going to say you're out of initiative. I might just keep the order in case you need it. Again. Because it saves some rolling.
Brakk will look around. Is that it? Where's the rest of them?
Tamshu's shoulders are going to slink again, and his sword's going to hit the ground. Damn it!
Everyone's a kill stealer.
Brakk just kills everything.
You can now hear much more clearly the sound of this rushing water, and somewhere close at hand, the sound of some a growling of some large beast.
Well, it looks like there are runes of sorts, as well as a flame. There's also that corridor down there. So, what say you, sister?
Let's see. So they were banging on the wall for the mistress.
Very intriguing.
So I'd assume whatever direction we can go that would lead potentially towards there. Do I know the gender of this necromancer? Little lady?
Female. Yeah, you've got that much in the rumours. People talk about her out on the island.
Yeah.
Don't say much else, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I think we'd want to go in the same direction. So they were banging against
The northern wall.
Yeah, up here. And then what exactly is this? Just like a flame holder?
A brazier.
Like a brazier.
It's this brazier, not brazier. That's no, you said it. A brazier. Set on this plinth, sticking out, sort of raised up near the wall. Yeah, so there's this brazier on a plinth near the wall. There's an iron grill beyond which you can see sort of more sort of semi-ruined chambers, and going the other way you can see like the corridor seemed to stretch off into sort of dark, cold tunnels.
And is there an obvious way, like how to get past the iron gate?
It's an iron gate. It looks like it's possibly locked, but you know, no gate is locked if you've got enough strength.
Let's see. Well, I would say behind the iron gate, potentially. We've busted down a door before. I don't see how a crumbling iron gate could get in our way again. Unless you want to just pick the lock, perhaps, dear brother, make a little less noise.
Yeah, I can try. I haven't picked a lock in quite some time.
And Brakk will be removing thumbs.
Excellent.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would have asked him, but I know.
If you or Tamshu could check out the behind us, I'd prefer not to be pincer attacked.
Of course.
While I'm doing this.
Get onto
Fine.
it.
I'll do it. Don't forget your thumbs, Brakk.
Great. We'll go ahead and me and Tam can head off this way.
Alright, so you find this chamber. There's a sort of some pottery, quite a lot of it broken along one wall, a knocked over door, some kind of grill and grating leading down to mostly what appears to be mud and sludge underneath. And the tunnels off ahead of you lead on some distance, and then you can see them sort of blocked off by like a mixture of sort of rubble and dirt seems to have fallen through from somewhere. But it looks like this was part of some larger complex once, but a lot of it's fallen into disrepair and ruin over the years. It's pretty silent out here. You can hear the drip, drip, drip of water falling through from above from the storm. Are you looking for anything in particular, or just the way away?
I think we're mostly just securing the area while picking the locks to the other gate. I don't think there's much beyond this. Uno doesn't necessarily think there's much to offer this pathway, so just securing it.
The air down here all the time is very cold and seems to be dropping colder and colder. You can see sort of it all around, not just in the chamber you're just in, but the chamber you were in before. Like patches of frost sort of starting to form on the floor, and there's like the hairs on your back of your neck sort of standing on end. Just you can sort of like feel almost a static presence in the air building. But yes. you're pulling off thumbs.
Yes.
4, what are you up to?
4 is holding out their hand, just like flat, and say, "All right, it's time to get to work. If you could come out, please." And his hand starts to like almost convulse as water starts to appear over it, and from it, this spectral Marcus comes out of his hand. And with the reflavored mage hand, I will hand my tools to Marcus, the spectral seahorse, and point over at the lock. I saw runes over there, so I'd rather not die, please. At least not the right way.
The runes are over the brazier, not over the grill.
Oh, great. Well, you're already out here, so you might as well go do it.
Sorry. Didn't clear.
That's okay. And I will send Marcus with my thieves' tools to pick this lock. If there is a lock.
Oh yeah, there is a lock, yes. So
Okay.
yeah.
The seahorse? Did you summon him as a seahorse?
Yes.
Yes.
Mage hand, seahorse reflavoring.
It's all about
so
seahorse.
it's got a hand, but it's a seahorse.
Yeah, I mean he's.
Oh, he's holding it in his mouth, like.
Yeah, I was just
He's-
imagining a little seahorse with like thieves. Oh, okay, lovely.
He's holding the lockpick set in his tail, his curly cute tail. He's very dexterous. So I've never played a rogue before. So what do I roll for these tools? Oh god.
That will be dexterity plus your proficiency, and plus your proficiency twice if you took expertise in it. But I don't know if you did or not.
I didn't. So that's a 5 on the die, plus 4 is 9, plus my proficiency.
Yes. It's taking some time. Like, it turns out seahorses are not the best at picking locks.
He's learning.
He tick, locking away. But after a few minutes, by the time sort of that Brakk has finished thumb extraction and Uno and Tam have started poking around the far chamber, you are able to get this grill grate open. But it does take a while.
Well, decent job. And I will hold out my hand. My palm, it's still got like waves going over my palm, and he'll, I don't know what sound seahorses make, ooh, ooh, as he flies into the palm and dissipates.
Okay, I don't know what sound seahorses make either.
Yeah, you were about to make fun of me, but now you don't know, huh?
Yay, bloop.
I'm almost certain the answer is they don't. They don't.
That's the wrong answer. In this world, they do. But yeah, you can see through to a chamber on the other side. Again, this place seems to have crumbled into some disrepair. You can see part of the stone wall has caved in, but there are still, some old mouldering boxes, a rather mildewed-looking chest, and a few bits of wood lying around in this chamber. There's a lot of... You notice also that there's a fair bit of water now, sort of almost starting to pour through a crack in the ceiling, from above as the storm has not abated, and there's a puddle starting to form in the corner.
Okay. I'll look behind me. Is anyone coming? Or I might just go in by myself here.
Oh, Brakk would come along.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Then I will send Brakk first. Doors open, everyone. For the record, seahorses do make sound. Looked it up.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's very important.
Thanks for sharing that.
I'm not
Especially the additional information that you put.
No,
in
we
the
don't need to share that information.
This is a nice clean stream. We're not sharing any.
The game.
I just want to know that he is making that sound every moment he's out.
No. No. So, Tam and I checked out this side area. It's just mostly like a grate, some broken pots, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it does carry on a bit further, sort of ahead of you, but it looks very sort of dilapidated and like quite unstable as well. Like, you reckon you can make your way through the rubble and stuff, but it all looks quite an unsteady pile of rocks.
Okay.
You know, this place is a
Tamshu, what do
real
you
dump.
believe? It is. Do you want to just continue going on backwards, or do you think we should continue to forge path this way, make sure we're not being followed?
Whatever you wish, mistress. That was the right word, right? I heard the other guy use it.
Yes, very acceptable. No bother. If they sneak up behind us, we'll just kill them. Hasn't been an issue so far. Let's meet back up with the others. I don't want Four doing anything I wouldn't want him to do. We can head back and regroup.
And it's at that point, as you start to turn back to head up and regroup, that the ground beneath your feet sort of shakes as there's this loud sort of crack noise rings out from somewhere like in the northwards direction. And like the static that had been building air seems to just dissipate all as one as this sort of shock runs through you. And then nothing happens. Something is happening somewhere, but
Not here.
not here.
Matters most.
But yes, you see as the kind of crash as the tunnel you were just in sort of starts to sort of its rocks fall.
Carry on. Uno will even
I will push.
potentially kind of grab. Oh,
I will
yes.
push Uno out of the way, back away
Oh,
from it.
lovely.
But yeah, this place looks on the edge of collapse.
Well, carry on, Tim. Let's catch up with the others. And she will continue to move forward.
Wow, those rocks just keep getting bigger.
Yeah.
This cave-in's getting worse as the time goes on.
Everything's getting worse.
Yeah, she won't really care for it too much. She'll kind of nod, thank Tim. Carry on.
Has Brakk died from stepping on a pressure plate at all?
No.
Perfect. Because I saw the ruins and went, I should have checked for traps, huh? Send them in anyways.
Brakk will head over to this chest to see if he can open it.
Okay, it's not locked. As you lift the lid, nothing happens. It's fine. As you open it up, you can see inside this chest. It's sort of been lined with sort of waterproofed oilskin. Looks like it's a fairly well-made chest, and it appears to be mostly empty, apart from 2 glass bottles lying in the bottom, and that's about it. You can sort of. It doesn't look like. It looks like it's the mechanism moved quite smoothly. It seems like it's been open and shut quite a lot. Like it's not rusted, it's not worn. But apart from 2 small glass bottles, it's empty.
I'm gonna grab the 2 glass bottles.
See anything, Brakk?
Yeah, look, we got some bottles.
Okay. Do you see anything useful?
They're like this big, and they've got liquid inside them.
Oh, they have liquid inside of them.
Yes.
Oh, I thought they were broken. Oh.
No. No, there's
Oh.
2. They've got some kind of dark greenish liquid inside.
Oh, perfect. Nice find, Brakk. Anything else, or just the 2?
Just this. The chest is empty.
All right. If that's it, I mean, I guess we can go. You said there was a puddle here? Just like a leaking?
Just a leak. The ceiling's leaking. This place, like, there's a large thunderstorm going on up above, and this place is not very waterproof.
Okay, perfect. In that case, Brakk, I think finders keepers for that. So, have at it. If you want
What do they do?
green sludge, I don't know. Taste just a smidge. Put some on
It's not sludgy. It's like almost like iridescent green.
Oh, that's
Quite pretty.
Somehow worse to me. Put some on your pinky and then taste it. See what it does. Okay, well, that's not what I said.
Okay.
You told me to try it.
Where's the right book? That's the wrong book. So you just down this potion.
Yeah.
Pulls out Xanathar's.
No, I'm gonna need a Constitution saving throw from you here. Like, I really am.
Someone's gonna enter this room and see Brakk dead.
It's a mere 9.
Oh,
a mere 9. Okay.
Were you attached to Brakk at all?
I have a feeling that his death, that the last sound he's going to make is calling out his name as he goes.
Okay, hang on. Let me just get some more dice. It was green and
I gotta get some
iridescent.
more dice. Yeah,
You told me to try it. I tried it.
I said on your pinky, you maniac.
10, 16, 19.
I said get a Sam's Club sample, not market value.
That will be 31 points of poison damage, Brakk.
Holy mother of God.
And just see Brakk going,
As it just, you can feel it like, searing at your inside.
not good.
I don't really know how to. I'll run over, and I mean, I don't really. All I have is this, and I'll pull out that ale that I bought. This is all I have. And I'll hold it. I'll slide it over to Brakk on the floor. Drink up. It might, I don't know, make the poison drunk and get confused. I don't really know how poison works.
Pat him on the back. Pat him on the
Why you
back.
told me to try poison?
I didn't know it was poison. I'll like pat on the back like how you would a horse. Very gingerly and not like.
Doesn't seem to
This
do
one's for
much.
you. You can try this one.
No, I don't think so. I think I'm okay.
Yeah, it looks the same. They both match.
I'll take it. I'll trade you. And I'll uncork it. This is what I wanted you to do. And I'll taste it and see how potent this poison is.
Okay, I'm going to ask for an investigation and a con check here.
Green will be my con, yellow.
Con save, I mean.
Green will be my con save, yellow will be my investigation. So my con save, 16 total.
Okay.
And investigation, 16 on the die. I don't think I have investigation. So yeah, so 16 total for the investigation.
You take 2 points of poison damage. And yeah, this is really lethal stuff. You reckon that drinking a whole bottle of this, Brakk was actually really quite lucky. This a whole bottle of this has a high chance of just, killing someone stone dead.
Interesting. Brakk, you must have a stomach of steel or something. This would have killed you. It's like, just the taste is like a spicy pepper.
And he'll tap on his plate mail. Yep, steel.
All right. Well, since I traded you for the ale, are you fine if I keep this?
Yeah, you can have that one.
Oh, great. And I'll put that in my satchel. I'll add it to my inventory. And I assume that's when Uno and Tam come.
Yeah, you return to find Brakk looking a bit peaky.
Oh, hello. Is the other corridor secure?
Yes, is this corridor secure?
It is now. Thanks to Brakk here, and I'll go to Pat and...
And Brakk will be like, I need more strength. I need more strength. And think really hard, and he'll cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on himself.
What does this look like? I'm watching him do this.
He's giving himself a good pep talk.
The necks in it, the veins in his neck pump, and he'll just like pump himself up, and he'll touch himself, and all of a sudden he'll like take a deep breath. I'll get 16 health back.
Can I? I'm not an arcane man, but am I seeing like any magic whatsoever from this, or is it just like his like tricking his mind?
It's really hard to tell. I mean, some people are really good at tricking their minds so much that it becomes real magic. Like
The magic of ignorance.
self-belief so strong that it produces magical effects.
As we're fine. We just found a chest and Brakk drank some poison. Also, there's a puddle over there. I think that's it.
I appreciate so much that I am surrounded by such great company on this experience that we're on. Really, truly. For you tend to seek out the best people. Yourself included.
Sarcasm doesn't suit you, sister.
No, it doesn't.
She's right, you seek out the best. As Brakk.
It's true.
There it is. Wasn't
And you're
even
the one who told
sarcasm.
me to taste the poison.
I did. I will utter once more, pinky taste. You downed it like you had never seen water before.
Is that how you taste drink?
Yes.
Moving on, what else did you all find?
That's it, I think. And can I? No, he might die. Never mind.
Go on. You might not.
No, I'm okay. That's it in this area.
Nothing else over here? Is that what it was in the chest, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Just besides boxes, perhaps, unless God doesn't want there to be boxes there, but
Oh, no, there's boxes. Yeah, there's boxes.
there's boxes over there.
You can poke around the boxes if you'd like.
Why not? You've already done enough poking to nearly kill a man.
No, I haven't done anything.
Yeah, the boxes seem to mainly contain some shoes, several the first box contains some shoes, some cloaks. There's that, and the second box you open up seems to contain entirely sets of manacles. And the same with the third box. About, wrist and ankle size, like enough for, 24 or so people. Some of them slightly blood-stained.
Okay.
Yeah. Shoes. Great, I'll
You
move
told
on.
me not to use entendres here. And you're using that.
It was just rapport, the thing you do around people that you want to.
Yes, the thing I do.
Great. Moving on. Nothing else here?
I think that's it.
Not really, no.
I'll grab a set
the
of
other
the
way
manacles
is-
and put them in my bag of holding.
Nice. We investigated the other way, and there seemed to be a bit of a collapsing, so that path is blocked off as well. I know there was a grate. We could potentially investigate there and go
True.
underground.
On the wall. I'm inclined to believe that the wall moves, perhaps, or
The plinth, yeah. potentially.
Otherwise they've gone mad. So that might be our next best option. Looking at the stone here, can I get a sense of how old this is? Like when this was made?
You know what? History or investigation. This place is at least as old as Verandra itself, which is like, you know, anywhere between like it's definitely more than 100 years old.
Okay.
Up to like ages.
Okay.
Like really old, like, you know, dawn of time old, somewhere between that.
Okay.
The water that's coming in the room, is it getting deeper? Is that what I'm seeing
Yes.
here? Okay.
Yes. The water is rising.
Guys, did you notice the water seems to be getting a little deeper in here?
Yeah. Oh no, I did not. Is it actively leaking or is it just growing?
It's actively pouring out of a hole in the ceiling.
Then we should get going then. I think,
Yes,
right?
well,
Tamshu,
no better place to go when water's leaking into a building than further underground.
Well, you're the one who's being paid 5 platinum.
True. Onwards. I think if we go to this grate here, how long can everyone hold their breath?
Indefinitely.
Good to start. Brakk, how about you?
A while.
Good amount of time, Tamshu? Muted.
Yes, I am. Usually until I pass out.
Wow. Well, a bunch of troopers here then. Sure, let's go. If not, then this may not be the best entryway. We'll have to exit, find another point of attack. The mistress is supposedly behind the wall, so either we mess with the plinth or we...
That one that I fought and that Brakk killed was banging on the wall next to the fire.
Yeah.
Let's break the wall.
Sure.
Excellent idea.
Uno will go ahead and further investigate the brazier.
Roll me an investigation check for braziers. You do not get a bard bonus.
Great.
I get advantage on that.
Have advantage on investigation naturally. Okay. Let's see. Oh, good rolls finally. We'll keep you. Oh, thank you. Mwah. 22.
Yeah, as you're poking around, you discover a couple of things. First of all, this section of the wall is definitely not attached to the section of the walls beside it. There's a slight draft blowing through from the other side. And thirdly, there's a line of like glowing sigils, not sensuals, sigils around the edge of the brazier.
The essential brazier.
It's a central brazier, huh? Okay, cool.
Yes. And the flame, there's nothing, this flame that's burning in it, there's no like oil or anything in the fire pot. It's just this flickery flame. It doesn't seem to be casting off much heat either. There's the frost that was growing before is thick across its copper surface and across the stonework, and the temperature is still dropping.
Can I try to snuff out the flame?
Yeah. The flame snuffs out, and then there's a of stone, and as that section of the wall draws back, slides away, and opens out to reveal reveal once I can find the reveal section of Roll20. A very large
Whoa!
chamber.
No!
Beyond.
I see tokens!
And as it's aside, you can hear now where the sound of the running water was coming from. This wide river-like area, sort of eerily blue glowing water flowing across the center's chamber, casting this blue light that fills the space, sort of flickering reflections and light across the stone wall. These three shadowy forms sort of stalking back and forth on the far side of the water. And you can see this raised podium on the far side of the room and a large pile of bones. And you can just make out in the light from the glow in the river a body sprawled out across the top of the pile of bones. But the air in here is bitter cold. Like, the water's still flowing, but it, like, frost covers the ground. And there's a strange, unnatural sense. Like, you can almost feel like something attempting to sort of leech away at the very sort of life and energy from your bones. Some presence of another place, another plane lying open beside you. This is not a particularly healthy place, but yeah. What would you like to do?
Oh, it's pretty easy.
Want
Shall
me
we move forward?
Illusion. Dismiss her. You know.
What?
Never mind.
Okay. Uno will step forward into the room. Assuming everyone will follow.
Brawn before beauty. No. Let Tamshu and Brakk go first. And I will take up the rear 10 feet behind them.
And the shadowy forms on the other side sort of pace back and forth along the edge of the water. If it is water.
I hope it is. I can summon Marcus in that.
Well, let's see. There's a couple places we can jump across. Do we want to each enter on a different portion of the other side of the rift, or do we want to follow each other one at a time?
I would probably pincer attack. All different. That's
Sure.
probably safe.
We've got 3 different jumping off
Thrown
points. Looks like there's 3 places to stand within the middle of the ravine, so I can take the far right. Tamshu maybe middle, Brakk far left, and then, of course, 4 you may hold back, play in the water, splash around.
How
Do your
fast
best.
is the water moving?
Rather very fast.
It's not water, is it? It's the souls of the damned, it is.
Thanks.
Tamshu, do you want me to throw you over there?
I mean,
Wait a minute, that puts me on the same side with all the big things.
That's the side we need to be on, dear.
As you're having this conversation,
Ah, yes, of course. Great.
you notice something. Off in the pile of bones where the corpse lies, a faint, flickering glow begin. This, like, almost darkish blue. It's light, but it's not light. It's this darkish blue. This sort of flicker, sort of pulse of energy, and then it fades away again.
notice I'm noticing these strange obelisk type structures.
Yes?
Are those doing anything?
Glowing.
Of course. Okay.
Glowing ominously.
Okay.
So are the beasts
Just attach the adverb ominously to everything that anything in this chamber is doing.
are the ominous beasts in the ominous chamber doing anything ominous at the moment?
They are ominously pacing back and forth on the edge of the ominous water. Sort of, they're not making any aggressive moves. They seem to be almost standing watch, maybe? Like, they're definitely sort of pacing and patrolling back and forth.
But totally oblivious to us at the moment.
Not oblivious, but not aggressive. Like, you don't seem to, present any threat to them as is.
I'm going to reach into my bag of holding and take out a javelin, which is going to take me 2 or 3 strokes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I just did that just so I could see that look on Tiz's face.
James, I'm blaming you for this. Like, you've brought, you've infected us with party foul.
yes, absolutely.
This is what happens.
I do what I must.
And I would like to hurl said javelin at said beast.
Oh, we're skipping the talking part. Okay, fine. All right.
Hey, you guys, every other fight, you guys have jumped in ahead. Somebody's stolen my kill. I'm feeling a little underwhelmed here. I feel like I'm coming up short.
She's like, this one's mine.
Okay, roll me an attack then.
That is going to be a 19.
A 19. That will indeed hit. So yeah,
So
roll
if
me
I
a.
missed, I was leaving.
I love
Okay, you guys
seeing
ready?
the rulers come out.
And that
You can
is,
tell people. You can see people thinking.
It's
That
my
is-
favorite thing about Roll20.
that is 6 piercing.
And as it hits, it lets out this loud growling howl. A 6 for the center one.
Are they smoky, or is that just a token art?
They are smoky. They are flickering, sort of trailing shadow behind them as they move.
Holy shit! Did you see that? There was like this weird effect on the Roll20. Did you do that? Oh my
Yeah.
god! What is that?
So there's particle effects.
Yes.
Which is cool.
Strange.
What is it?
Oh, it's not the right colour. I wanted purple. But yes, there's a strange occasional flicker of, like, energy and light seen coming from the pile of bones. Yeah, that is strange lights flickering and dancing over them as the creature growls. This javelin hits it, sort of shakes its head back and forth, and not long ones. No, they have the
Aw, they're like little pugs.
yeah. Don't horrible shadow pugs.
Oh, pugs are shadow pugs.
Does it bleed at all?
You don't see any blood, no.
Oh, that's not good.
And it lets out this howl, and its companions sort of raise eyes, and you see these toothed maws with the shadows sort of flickering off them. And you know what? Give me an initiative roll, everyone.
Oh.
You made him angry.
Guys, I think I made a mistake there.
But
You think? Come on, big roll, big money.
so 10 for Brakk. Uh, 16 for 4. Was that 17 for
For Tam, yeah.
Tam?
I was going to say, Uno,
and
did you get a 1 again because the look on your face, but...
Uno, Uno's not very fast off the mark, is she? So yeah, you got in basically one what would count as like your surprise round thing, Tamshu, but now you've thrown one javelin at these things. They've definitely noticed you now.
She's got henchmen that can do all the killing. She's just taking her time,
Henchmen.
hanging out. It's fine.
Yeah.
All the low rolls are intentional. I just want them to be able to
Definitely.
have,
You need to give them a chance to play.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tamshu, what would you like to do? And
I only
Four,
have,
you're next.
I only have one javelin.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to take my sword and stand ready, ready in action. That if anything comes across the water, I will attack it.
Okay, comes across the water and within range, I assume.
Yeah. Well, yeah, within range.
Yeah, so pick where you'd like to stand and watch. 4. Tam's upset the guard dogs. There's weird flickery magic going on. What would you like to do?
Well, I will take a few steps forward and say, Brakk, are you planning on hopping over? Or are you just, do you have javelins as well?
I have javelins, but I'd rather just kill him with my sword.
Up front, man, I like that. And I will hold out both my hands and grasp at the air and sort of push up. And when I do that, these spectral tentacles appear once more. One at the one that Tamshu fired at, and then another one. I think the far right one, the far eastern one. So 2 tentacles are coming out of this. But
Okay.
I should be water, but they're spectral, so it doesn't really need to be water. And I will be making 2 attacks for both of them, or 1 attack for both of them. I'm a god.
Yes?
I'm incredible. Double natural 20. Oh my god.
Alright, roll me some damage.
Holy mackerel. Okay.
You know,
So
if
they
you
will
if you
be-
kill him, it's going to break Tamshu's heart. You realize that, right?
So this is a D10 for both. So first one is taking 18 force damage and is pulled forward 10 feet towards me.
Oh, into the.
Yeah, I saw them on the end of the cliff. And
It sort of teeters on the edge, and you see it just managed to keep its paw footing on the edge of this.
The other one is taking 14 force damage and 10 feet towards me as well. Direct line towards me.
And that one goes over the edge.
Yeah!
Oh,
You things.
what was it, 14 for the second one, and what was the
Yes.
damage on the first one?
9 times 2, 18.
18. Alright. The first one's kind of scrabbling at this edge. You can notice like the shadows seem a bit more ragged than before, but yes, it staggers on the edge. Is that everything for?
I will point at the one closest to me, and as the tentacle is starting to unravel, I imagine they whip out, and the force of them grabbing them is what the force damage comes from as they pull. And as it starts to release, it actually tightens more. As I grip my hand and sort of bring it a little bit closer and clench it into a fist, and the tentacle actually snaps off and starts to wriggle and form almost like an anklet around this dog. As I cast Hex as a bonus action.
Okay. You see, let's like angry howl, and now it's turn. It sort of scrabbles backwards, gaining its footing as it scrabbles backwards away from the
I
edge.
accidentally canceled my video.
All right, I'll carry on this. Our ever patient technical. Tam.
I will. I get to choose an ability that they have.
Oh yeah. What are you giving it disadvantage on?
These probably are strong or dexterous. So I'm gonna say
It's only ability checks, not saves. Sadly.
I'm going to do probably what would you need to jump over? Athletics?
Strength.
To jump over? Okay, so I'll do strength then.
Okay, that one's cursed.
Sorry, thank you.
That one scrabbles back. You watch as its companion, it sort of runs forwards, bounds, as it dashes forwards, like hop, onto the stone, hop, until it's over
My gods.
on the other side. It turns to look towards Four and Brakk, but that's as far as it can go. This one, staggers back away from the edge. Meanwhile, this one is being carried down through the water. You see it lets out this ear-splitting howl as it passes. Actually, I need all of you to make me a wisdom saving throw, actually, as it lets out this ear-splitting howl.
Is this magical?
Yes. So yes, I think.
Sorry, you said wisdom?
Wisdom.
Okay.
The thing we all don't have, yeah.
I got a 24.
Nice. I got a 7.
13.
19 for 4.
Okay, so Uno,
Yep.
that is a terrifying dog. That is a really, really scary dog.
Ugh, don't like him.
Like, you need to get away with that. That is a very frightening. It might be being washed away downstream, but it does not change the fact that it's absolutely, absolutely terrifying. And, Brakk, it's your turn.
I assume I am frightened.
You're frightened, yes.
Great.
Brakk will see the dog that jumped over, be like, ha! And run over there. And just chop down at it with his great sword, with the great weapons master.
Alright, let's see.
It's a 15.
15, that will hit, yeah.
And I will Divine Smite.
No. What do you believe?
Yeah, well, I know well. So, 14 slashing. No, 24 slashing plus the Divine Smite. Oh, there it is.
The power of placebo.
And another 2d8.
Another 2d8. Just...
And then another 4 damage. So only 4 radiant. Roll low.
Oh.
Unless it's counted as a fiend or undead, then it gets.
No, it does not actually.
Yeah.
Sadly for you.
Okay, first attack.
Oh, that's only the first attack.
Yeah. So yeah, 24 slashing and 4 radiant on the first attack. Second attack with great weapons
This poor dog.
is a 19. Oh no, 18.
That'll hit, yeah.
And we will have 21 damage.
Oh my god.
So you just tear through this thing, and there's the shadows sort of rip apart. There's this rush of energy. It seems to flow back from the creature as it disperses back towards the podium at the far side of the room, where this strange pulsing glow is building.
No.
That's my turn.
I know what that means.
And yeah, that's your turn. Uno.
Oh no!
Oh no! Terrifying murder dog.
Not a fan. Am I now frightened? That is only specifically applying to that dog.
Yeah, it's only that dog, but you've got to get away from that one. You can't really move closer to that one. I think, what's it? You've got disadvantage whilst you're looking at it.
If it's in sight of you.
If it's-
or
yeah.
you see it.
Yeah, let me.
So if you look
But you
up
get
how deep the river is, you might
Frightened
even
creature
have
has
to worry about
disadvantage
it.
on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. Great. Well, I'm gonna go over here. We're talking about Great. I'm gonna go ahead and head over in this corner. And just mentally prep myself to jump across at this point rather than the point I was talking about earlier, so I'd ideally cross over to here at some point, but for now we will take a little breather in the corner, compose ourselves while no one's looking.
Okay, you get to repeat your wisdom save at the end of your turn.
Great. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, Dice.
Okay.
Are you the one? That's average. 13.
Oh, it's actually not that scary.
Yay.
It was a trick of light.
I mean, one of them's dead and one of them's being washed away downstream. Like, actually, you know, it's probably, that might have been an overreaction.
The water made it look bigger than it was.
Yeah.
I purposely ran away from it in order to get a better position to jump across. So great, I'm over here now. I'm content. I've got my sword out. I'm puffing my chest out. I'm just ready to jump. Okay, let's go. I
Alright,
don't like swimming, so it's gonna be a great jump.
Tamshu. What is floating past you now, actually?
I'm going to let that one slide past because it's in the water and I'm not worried about it. And I am going to get a 10-foot start, run, and jump across this gap right here in front of me.
Okay.
I should be able to jump 18 feet by the rules.
Go for it then.
15 feet,
Yeah.
So.
Then you're solid, you're good.
Alright.
You're a flying gnome.
And
hit the other side.
hit the other side, have my greatsword in hand, and that would pretty much use up my movement, I believe. So I'm going to be stuck for the moment.
And you can see the other one that had previously been hit sort of turn back to look at you. It's still trying to shake off this bit of tentacle that's got stuck to it.
That's my javelin, and I want it back.
And 4. That'll be you. That's everything from Tamshu.
Great. So I need to double check the range on this bad boy. Where am I looking here? Oh, it's 10 feet. Oh no. Okay. So I'll run 30 feet to the east near my sister-ish. And I'll point in front of me and go, Marcus, please go help her, please. And out of the stone, Marcus, they click. They comes out my little seahorse boy.
I'm just wondering, was the ish on the movement or on the sister? Because you said I'm going to move 30 feet towards my sister ish.
Oh, 30 feet ish. That's my.
Just for clarity.
Boy.
Both are accurate.
That's my boy. It's my action to summon him. Bonus action to probably hide. Honestly, I'll hide behind this pillar.
Sounds fair.
So I'll roll that really. Oh, use my green die. I'll do that super quickly as Marcus runs or sort of swims through the air. That's a 19 on my stealth. So I believe I'm hiding.
Yeah, I fairly. There's some pretty good shadows around. There's a lot going on. People don't seem to be watching you. This is that everything?
Yes, my familiar will go. He's been summoned. He's been brought in.
Yes.
He goes immediately after. So Marcus will click. He'll over, and if possible, I'd like for them to use the help action to maybe act as probably like a stepping stool or something for Uno to have footing on whenever they cross over, perhaps.
Yeah.
Or like hold their tail out, and I'll say, "Grab Marcus's tail. Be careful." And like Marcus's tail will like unravel, like clench around her fist or something. But that's my turn. I don't really have anything else I want to do.
Alright, the dog that fell in the river, as he watches it seems like bits of it are almost being like drained away by this river itself. You know, its form seems diminished and smaller as it gets forced downstream, but it's going to try and pull itself out onto this lump of rock, and it just about staggers itself up onto the lump. Like, it's not looking good.
That sounded like a dog yelp.
It's a whiteboard sound effect. It makes a dismal yelping noise.
Excellent Foley work.
Meanwhile, the other remaining one, kind of still with this, trying to shake off this tendril thing that it's got stuck to it, limps forwards towards Tamshu, and it's going to try and take a bite out of him.
What the?
23 to hit.
That is a hit.
That'll be 7 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make me a strength saving throw, please.
That'll be a 15 on the saving throw.
You're able to hold your footing as it tries to like push you off the edge and down into the water, but it doesn't manage. And Brakk, that'll be your turn.
All right, Brakk is getting ready to run and jump, and then sees the dog in the way. He's like, "Arr, you are in my way." So he'll step up to the edge right here, and that gives him enough distance to strike. It should at least. It's 5 feet away.
So yeah.
Long arms.
No, you can reach out over the gap where this thing is lying on the rock.
And with great weapons. This one does not hit. That's only a 6.
No, it's an awkward angle. Like it's trying to not fall in the river of death.
And the second attack is the exact same thing. I rolled 2 twos.
It's not a good position to be in.
Right, then all Brakk will do was, since he can't hit it right from there, he'll take a few steps back so he can get a running jump next time in case he gets an opportunity.
All right, Uno.
Grab the tail.
Seahorse, guide me across the river.
It's seahorse time.
It's seahorse time as I cross the river. I will, I guess, basically just walk out. I mean, if you drew him that size, but I assume he's just a little guy, so
yeah.
He's the size of a seahorse.
I mean, if you take a run up, you've got, what is it? Your strength 10 plus your strength what's?
If you have a 10-foot start, it's 1 foot per strength that you can launch up.
So I don't know what your strength is, you know.
Ooh, my strength is 19.
So you could run 10 feet and jump 19 from that point.
19. That's enough, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be able to just especially with the seahorse to bounce off.
Great. I'll bounce on this. Why not? So 10 feet back. And then does the running count? Does the whole running, jumping thing count as part of...
That counts as your movement. So yeah, you can either take it as a run-up and use that movement, or you can do it as an athletics check with advantage from Marcus. Your choice.
I'll do the athletics checks with advantage. That's fine.
Okay.
Clicks.
Great. Okay, great. That'll be a 26.
You find yourself... You can pick a bit of rock to be on the other side, but yeah, you've...
Great. Thank you, Marcus.
You jump off Marcus, and your weight sends him down into the river.
And Marcus is sort of life force is you watch as his form just drifts apart his soul gone to the other side as the river flows through the dark plains of hell.
And Brakk plays taps on the thumb bone. All right. Great. So I will go ahead and jump across. Here, let me go ahead and see if we can pull out his spine again.
So it didn't even fall apart. So that's your action. You've still got your movement and bonus action.
Great. So that counted as
Action.
movement. That was an action. Going from there to there. Does that count as movement as well, or is that just an action?
You can say use it as your movement or your action. I'll say your choice.
Action's fine. That's great. Weep.
Making things.
Great.
Running to the podium of death.
How do you do the thing where you?
You have to pick up your token.
Tragic. Okay. It's fine.
This woman has a red X on her. Is there a
She's
reason?
dead.
I'm sure it's intentional. Right.
It's a dead body.
Okay.
Cool. We'll go ahead and just start making her way up the steps.
Okay. As you get closer up these steps, you can see there is definitely this aura, this glow building around this woman's dead body across the top of this pile of artistically arranged bones she's lying on.
Yes, beautiful.
There's an open book in front of her, and just lying loosely next to one hand, you can see a glass bottle. There's a couple of drops of this iridescent green liquid remaining in it.
Oh, okay. Great, noted. That'll be my turn.
And Tamshu, that takes us over to you.
Well, since he tried to push me off the edge, I'm now very angry, so Tamshu's going to rage. And he's literally going to stomp his feet and throw a little bit of a hissy fit. And then he is going to lash out at this thing with his first attack, which he should lash harder in the future. That is an 11.
An 11?
Yeah.
No, that does not hit, I'm afraid.
Okay, then he's going to make his second attack. That's a 16.
That will be enough.
Well, thank heavens, because otherwise I was going to be really unhappy with my rage.
Rage at my rage.
I'm unhappy with my damage. That is going to be 9 slashing damage. But hey.
Every point counts.
That's right. So somebody else can come kill him at the end, It's okay. I'm just prepping him.
Come on, someone steal his kill. Go on. Is that everything, Tamshu?
I'm going to maneuver around him, staying, right on him, but I'm going to move up here a little bit away from the edge, I think.
Yeah, it looks very much on its last legs, this one, like barely clinging to life.
I can hear the pebbles falling out from under my feet. I'm going to move away from the edge.
You can see the skittering as the pebbles plink down into the water that's not water, and
that's it.
Disappear from sight. And 4, I believe it's over to you.
Great. I will run forward about to where my sister was. And I'll look back at the creature that I had previously knocked into the river. And 2 more tentacles will come out of this water and try to grab at it again. Because I'm seeing Tamshu fight one, and I don't want to try and take his kill again.
Aw, that's nice.
So despite having Hex on it,
Give the little guy a chance. I mean the big powerful orc.
Not great. The first one is 11 on the die plus 7. 18
that is enough.
To hit. And then the next one is 7 on the dice, 14 to hit.
That is also enough.
Okay, cool. So it will be taking 9 force damage and pulled 10 feet towards me.
it just managed to claw. You see it. It's clawed its way out of this river. It's avoided being hit by Brakk, and then it's just and it's pulled back.
Grab both of their legs and slide. The nails clawing on the stone.
And it's looking about as bad as the other one now. They're both looking very, very raggedy, like shadows sort of almost ripping off them in pieces. Is that everything for?
So I've used 25 of my movement.
Yeah.
So my normal movement, I have 5. So to get over this gap, do I need to use my movement or an action? Or is it either or? Because I can bonus action dash.
You can use movement as in bonus action dash if you step back and take a run up.
Okay.
Depending on what your strength is, it might.
Strength is 13.
I'll let you do it as an action. I'm being hand wavy with the strength of 13.
I don't know if I'll be able to make it, so in that case, I'll run up, and as I'm laughing at this thing being pulled back, I go, and I'll like dissipate into this like sea breeze and mist as I cast Misty Step. This is my bonus action, and I'll appear. Probably right here.
That's one way to get over a gap.
And that... I have a bonus action still, right? No, I don't. That's it.
No, that's a bit. Okay. So, you hear the pitiful wail as this dog disappears down, like, ripped apart by the water. And then there's this whoosh of dark energy rushing back into the pile of bones and the pulsing up in front of you, Uno. And you see... from your vantage point, you swear you see a little twitch of movement in her finger. And then the last of the shadow dogs is going to try and take another bite out of Tamshu. And that is a 14 to hit.
And that's a miss.
So it tears forward, tries to take a bite out of you, and Brakk, it's your turn.
Okay. All right, he can't make that jump, so I'm gonna use both my movement to dash, move this way, jump that way, so I can jump 21 feet. Yeah, so it's 45. Yeah, so I can get all the way. Yeah, 40 feet. So I'm upstairs now. I think Tamshu has that thing covered. I'll head up the other side of this.
Okay, so yeah, you can see this pulsing like energy ahead of you, this magic, like fusing this pile of bones, and Uno on the far side. And if that's everything, Brakk,
That's everything.
over to Uno.
Right. Uno is just going to walk onto the pile of bones, even though it's probably a bad idea. 5, 10, 15.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
I figured as much. Alright. Oh, jeez. 8.
You don't have much luck with saving throws, do you?
I
Or
don't have much
initiative.
luck for anything.
Or
Nothing
ability checks.
today.
Did someone buy
anything
her?
today.
Did you buy weighted dice, but the wrong way round?
Yeah.
She bought weighted dice from Australia. They're upside down. Made Tam laugh. That's okay. As long as one person laughs.
That will be 11 points of necrotic damage, Uno. But I believe
Is that already halved?
no.
Okay.
So that's
Down
5.
5. Great.
My
No
brother.
worries. Cool. Well, I assume that this is the source of everything. So I'm just gonna start wailing on her, to be honest.
Whoa, in public.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll raise my sword. It's shining brightly, and I'll just slam it down on her, basically. Specifically, like chanting kind of a little bit.
I mean, you have advantage.
The undead.
In fact, because she's prone and also dead.
Target the thumbs.
I hear my brother's voice in the back of my head. Oh.
So yeah, she's dead. I mean,
Great. Well, we'll roll with advantage then. Okay, cool. Crit. All right. Great. Cool. So that's a 27 to hit. I assume that's good.
that definitely.
And then what? It's double the dice.
Double the dice. I mean.
Okay. Is she considered undead?
Do it.
Yes.
Okay. So double.
Just
all of the
about.
dice.
Yes.
Was she sleeping?
She is not undead. And not undead. She is.
Just I gotta be honest, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Just to confirm, I double all the dice that I would roll.
Yes.
normally.
So as you're sort of, wailing on this corpse, I'd like you to just make me a perception check as well at some point. Uno and also Brakk.
My perception's
And
garbage. It's
Tam,
18
you'll be up
on-
next.
18 on perception, and then let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll 8 d6s.
I got a 10 on perception.
You're distracted by Uno butchering a corpse.
Right. So let's see.
Hey, Tiss, what does that sound like when she butchers the corpse?
Crash, crunch. There's a crack of there's the crack of the bones underneath her, and like everything is just like
Is the cracking
being
like a
like
clicking
essentially,
noise?
but no, it's more like a.
It's like
And-
cutting into a really fresh carrot.
But yeah, I'll let you go. Tam, whilst this is going on, what are you doing whilst you can hear this kind of?
Disturbing.
I have a feeling I know what might happen here, but I'm going to do it anyway because I don't think Tamshu would know what was going to be happening here. So
Cool.
I'm going to take and I am going to push and try to shove this thing off the edge.
Okay, make me an athletics check. Meanwhile, Uno, what was your damage?
30. So 30 total, some of which was radiant, some of which was slashing. Is it important that you know the difference?
Not for this, no.
Great.
It's like it was bursts of radiant light and bits of like this once necromancer gets scattered around. You see something now that was underneath her body, but now as her body is no longer quite such a sufficient thing to hide anything by, you see that the pulsing seems to be coming not from her, but from this small glass what's like orb. It's just carefully sort of nestled beneath her body. That's now sort of pulsing with this energy that seems to have flowed into it from the chamber, sort of buried underneath her body.
Wait, well, I got more attacks. So instead of the sharp edge of the sword this time, I'll flip it sideways and just hit it with the blunt side of the sword.
Like a gnat with a newspaper.
I forgot you had a second attack.
Sure do. And that'll
Alright.
be...
Roll me. I can't remember what it is. I think just roll me the damage. This is an inanimate object.
Correct. Okay. So that'll be 10. Not a whole lot.
Okay, there's a crack starts to form on the glass, and you watch as this dark smoke, like the smoke the creatures are forming, starts to seep out and trickle down through the pile of bones and starts to flow towards the river. Is that everything you know?
I think so, unless I want to, like, curse it.
It's probably cursed enough.
Yeah. No, I think that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot else I want to do.
Okay, so yeah, you can see that this crack has opened up on it, but this thing is still holding together. Tamshu, what did you get on your athletics?
21.
Is a oh! As the last of the dogs topples back over the edge into the water, or not water, and you watch as its form is starting to be sort of. Actually, it only had 1 hit point left, so. As it sort of tatters apart, and you watch as this last black bolt of energy flows back towards the broken orb that Uno has.
I forgot to grab my javelin first.
You did. Your javelin is floating off to the netherworld.
Okay, anyway.
There's this last bit of black smoke sort of trickles back and flows back towards the orb that Uno's holding. Uno, you notice as the crack in the glass is starting to knit itself back together. Anything else, Tam?
I don't see anything directly to fight, so I'll just move over probably towards Brakk.
Okay. 4, over to you.
Great. So I will remove this status marker from my token. I'll run up the 20-foot flight of stairs. And as I do so, I'd like to if I'm using an object, what does that do to my, like, what does that use?
I think you can do that.
Isn't that a free thing, right?
I think that's a free thing for you. There's definitely a thing. I think.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a rogue thing. I can't remember. It's a while since I've played a rogue.
Yeah.
Or had a rogue in a game. I can't remember how they work.
Okay, you can also interact with one object or feature of the environment for free. Cool.
Yeah. Everyone gets it free.
Great. Then I will pull out this this strange sort of octagonal device. It's like split right down the middle. On one side it's like pitch black, and on the other side it's this bright silver. And I flick it open as it flips open to reveal this sort of inner. It's like a compact kind of. And I'm looking at it. I'm using my compass here, Tis.
Yeah.
Trying to find the greatest source of.
It points directly towards the partly broken orb. Not like you've never seen it point quite so fast towards something.
Okay. Great. That's definitely 100% evil. I'll close the compass and I'll put it in my pocket. And I'm 10 feet here. Tis, I'm looking for a dagger or a knife. Do I see it anywhere?
Maybe either perception or investigation. But amidst this pile of bones and blood and ex-necromancer.
Okay. I'll do perception.
So you can either you can poke around or like look around. It's your choice whether you want to get your hands bloody.
Perception is natural 20 plus 2, so 22.
There amidst the bones, yeah, there's a little this pale bone dagger.
Cool. I would like to pick that up, please.
You may.
I'm not sure what my action economy looks like right now, but I'd like to have that and stow it in a satchel or like in my
Yeah, you can tuck it away. Yeah, we're getting sort of to the edge of semi-initiative now because
semi-initiative,
like, you know, the enemies are all dead. Or
right? Yes, of course.
So,
sister, I think she's done. I think she's done for. Try to stop. I don't know if I'm just destroying this person. I think that's my turn. I don't have anything else I'd like to do.
Yeah. So, Brakk, from where you are, you saw, you know, Uno wailing this corpse, Four come running up. The last pulse of energy flow towards this little glass object that was underneath her. What would you like to do, Brakk?
I'm gonna move over to the bones and be like, "Oh, we're smashing the shiny thing now," and I'm just gonna wail down on my hammer like I saw Uno do.
Roll me the damage.
Does my great weapons count?
You know what? Yeah, why not?
She's got an orb. Get her!
Orbs are the most dangerous thing you can get.
What a nerd! She's got a book.
It's the most threatening thing you can do in a D&D battle is turn up there with a book.
That's a good way to become a target.
Forced attack is 18.
There's a splintering as the glass sort of shatters further, and the dark shadow sort of starts to flow and slither back down into this river. This many streams of dark, shadowy energy flowing down into the waters of this river.
And a second attack is a 24. Damn.
And with that, the last bit is just like crushed into this glittering glass dust. And with that, you're out of initiative.
Oh.
There's a kind of a certain sense in the air, like the compass needle starts to spin round, uncertain. As sort of pointing for the river for a moment, pointing at 4 for a moment, pointing at Uno for a moment, pointing back at 4, pointing at the river. So it's trying to make decisions, but no longer with the certainty it had before.
Okay.
All right, well,
Job well done.
I'd say so. And I'll pick up the book. It's still there.
Yeah, it's open. It seems to be on the page of some sort of ritual. I don't know what your arcana's like.
Oh yes,
But-
please let me do an Arcana check on that.
Yeah.
I get advantage on Arcana. 21.
This seems to be the very end stages of a very lengthy and elaborate ritual involving the sacrifice of a lot of people, the bindings of a lot of dark necromantic energies, in order to create life eternal. To give up your own flesh and create a safe housing for your soul that will protect you forever and eternity as you grow in power and become beyond a simple necromancer.
Right. So she
That
was
seems
turning
safe.
herself into an orb, and we just absolutely destroyed it.
A Horcrux, if you will.
Or an unpronounceable word designed to test DMs.
What is it? What is it? Phylactery?
Phylactery.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, based on what I'm reading here, it seems like we managed to get here just in time, actually. Destroyed that orb. And the orb, like, when it was destroyed, did it flow back into the river, or what
It
exactly?
flowed back into the river.
Hmm. Can I do a Arcana check on the river, too?
Yeah, and what you think this is?
No. I don't actually care. Cool, carry on.
You're not entirely sure, but this is Vorandra. It is a place where there are cracks that lead through into
Oh, yes, the plane of... Yeah.
the plane of death in many places. This is the kind of place where people accidentally fall into the plane of death. People accidentally fall out of the plane of death.
Yes.
It's no one's really sure whether Vorandra became a haven for necromancy because it was full of holes into the plane of death, or all the necromancy caused
Yeah.
it. But it's both are now facts. But yes,
Yes, well, I feel confident in a job well done here. I also feel confident that this place could collapse at any moment, so I suggest we head out and get back onto the boat and return to wherever you fine folks wish to return to. 4, you have someone you're looking for?
Oh no, I found what I was looking for.
What might that have been?
A nice adventure. Fun. With family and new friends. I will pat Tamshu on the back.
A lot of patting. Okay.
Awkwardly pat him, like he still doesn't quite. He's not comfortable touching people.
Especially sweaty bear flesh. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not super into the idea of touching people.
All right. Well, I say we head back into town.
Mm-hmm.
I have great work still to do in this city. If you're interested in ever meeting up again, but I believe most of it I can go out alone. It is a journey that I've vowed to commit my life to. So I assume you all have family, friends, things that you are otherwise committed to. So I don't mind if this is where we part, but as promised, and even though I said I didn't have the platinum up front, I will then give Tam 1 platinum, Brakk 1 platinum, and 4 his 3.
Okay. I'll take it.
Okay.
So, suppose this is farewell, sister. Tamshu.
Yes, well, we do need to.
We need to leave, but
Yes, we do need to row a boat back to shore, but
correct.
yes, we can enjoy our parting. Thank you for joining me.
Yes, well, you obviously very much needed our help. You couldn't have done this alone. Walk down the stairs.
Alright, so you head back over the River of Death, back through these crumbling, waterlogged ruins. As you make your way back up to the surface, the storm has abated,
Nice.
leaving an island covered in mud and puddles. As you
Marcus.
make your way back down, you possibly have to bail.
He just hops from one to one.
Possibly have to bail some water out of your boat that's coming from the rain, but yeah, the sea is less stormy and as darkness is falling, you know, got to head back to shore. I feel some attention perhaps drawn to this strange unseasonal storm, but it's for Andref. People stopped looking at weird magic things here a long time ago. But yeah, as you make your way back to shore and well, presumably
Brakk, do you have any plans? Any more harpies you plan on slaying or anything like that?
Oh, once I hear about another adventure, I shall go and test my mettle. Show everyone how strong I am.
Well, my sister seems to be going on an adventure, and she might need some help. Might stay with her, perhaps.
Traditionally I work alone. This was a special case, but I would appreciate your friendship at least.
Indeed, you shall have it.
Gracious.
Tamshu, what are your plans?
And he grabs some more bacon out and goes, I need to restock on bacon.
Of course you do.
And then I'm looking for the next adventure. Where are we headed next? Specifically to 4.
No. I'm going someplace quiet to rest.
Oh, that sounds good. I'll bring the bacon.
That'd be nice.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, so we'll stick together then, and he'll slap 4 on the back.
No, I'm leaving.
Oh, I've been known to bring people together, but this is the best one yet. Oh, the happy trio.
Well, sister, I suppose this is farewell for real.
Yes, of course.
Until we meet again.
That is how it always is with our family. Safe travels. You know I love you.
And you too. I'm going to hug Uno.
Oh.
And can I slip something into her pockets?
Another unwanted gift of 4 that will plague the Isfjell party.
Is it ticking?
I'm a roll sleight of hand if that is required of me. You're muted, Tis.
That's good because I just shook the world by pulling a cable. Roll sleight of hand. Let's see if she notices that you're.
I'm pretty good at sleight of hand, guys.
My perception, my passive is 11.
You might not notice. Yeah. 19.
19. Yeah, you don't notice. So.
No, I do.
So yeah, you part ways. For perhaps having picked up some unwelcome companions for now. They seem quite determined at the moment.
I keep finding things that want to be with me, but I don't want them.
And as you part ways, we sort of zoom out from this mouldering dark dock of Verandra. Uno, look around and think about, where to head next. The druids sent you here saying that, the druids are very evasive when it comes to giving guidance. They just said that Betula was very insistent that Verandra was where you needed to be. She seemed almost panicked when she said it. Like, things were not going quite as she expected, and she's headed off to Verandra. But as you consider what you're doing next, you realise there's something in your pocket that wasn't there before. And in case basically to stop me forgetting what it was, what is in Uno's pocket?
Oh, yes, okay. So, in Uno's pocket is the 3 platinum back, plus an additional 13 gold. This half-made, or like awkwardly made compass that's half obsidian and half silver. And on it, in gold, is inscribed whenever you click it open on the inside. The name of the moral compass is there, and then a small note inside that I will make and send to you, Tis.
All right, and also probably send it to Moira as well. But yeah,
if it gets me.
But yeah, as the party parts ways, and that concludes our adventures in counter necromancy.
Woo! Very fun.
Yeah, you only just made it in time. I was like crossing off the rounds, like oh boy, one more cross. If they don't get up to that podium, like
down to the wire.
She becomes a much more threatening than a corpse.
Yes.
I
saw the corpse and went, perfect. Better now than later.
But thank you all for joining for this one shot, and I hope to get you all back again at some point, especially those of you next week.
Yeah,
everything away.
Yeah, thank you so much, James and Celtic.
It was great playing with you again, both of you.
Great playing with you guys.
Yeah, no, it's
thanks for having me.
And you're very welcome back at future dates, either as Brakk or another character you get more time to think about. The truth, as opposed to I think what was it, like 10 hours or something?
Yeah,
no, less than that.
That's all you need.
Well, the confirmation, I really only had like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Once you texted me this morning, I woke up. I was like, okay, time to make a character.
Yeah, it's the time difference issue. As I get replies to message that come through like 2 a.m, so obviously I don't then reply to them till like 10 in the morning my time, and organising stuff across the Atlantic is hard.
Yeah, that's how it is.
But yeah, thank you everyone who watched and everyone who joined, and we will be back with Isfjell proper next week, all things going well, as we but still in the city of Verandra, as we find out what is that commotion going on over with those vampires. And
is there anything else for McStabbers going on?
On Tuesday,
We had
Haunted Chronicles is back, and we find out what's happening in the time period that they're in London. That appears to be a devastated apocalyptic future. So
Yeah.
So now.
yeah, pretty much. It's 2020. What can I say? And then on Friday we have a one-shot werewolf being done by Ravinia. That's
Oh, that should be good. And of course, later, James, have we got anything later tonight?
No.
No?
Ah.
Oh.
Yes, I am on another show called Party Fell, where we play D&D. It is just picked up from our new season, so I'm playing a new character. We're 3 years into the future, where we're not really doing anything intense, so it's the first time where we're just kind of hanging out. Interdimensional travel and all that sort of stuff, finding out what buses are and stealing ballpoint pens, all that jazz. That's later tonight, and 3 hours time over at twitch.tv/Mendari, MENDARII.
Yeah. They're a lovely bunch. If you haven't already, check them out. They are.
Yes. Some of them have been on different shows and things like that. I believe
Mandy's frequently on here.
Yeah,
Mandy's frequently over here. I think she's in the Werewolf one shot, in fact.
She's going to be in the
crazy.
Chicago by Night Vampire.
Chicago,
She's in Haunted Chronicles on Tuesday.
Yes.
I don't know if she's in the Werewolf or not, but I believe she's in Bluebeard's Bride. The next
with
week.
me.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So.
I can never have her here unless I get. There's a one Bova rule.
But
But yes, so definitely there's a bunch of cross party. And then anything else?
I think that's everything. But yeah, if you haven't already, check out the YouTube ones. There's a lot of one shots gone up recently for the McStabbers. They've been doing a lot of creepy horror stuff.
10 Candles last night I heard was amazing.
Yeah, 10 Candles, Horror in Space. There's lots of other stuff coming up on there. So yeah, in any case, I think that's just good night or good afternoon for people who start the day later. All right.
Have a good